with no further ado, actually, just before I do, thank you very much, Jack, for the sub and for the 500 bits. I really appreciate it. I'd love to throw a dagger at Kira, but unfortunately he's the DM. Speaking of which, I hand over to our great DM.
No, throw it at me. Go ahead. Please do. Welcome everyone to episode 4 of Curse of Strahd. Enjoy your stay. Without further ado, I come first to Moon, who's back for the first time.
Guys, back from playing Ack, the barbarian, the new totem path barbarian.
Hey, Ack will hit things with axe.
Ack hit things with axe.
Indeed. I come next to Josh Zilla.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'll be playing Literal, who is a satire bard who's just taken into College of Spirits.
Hey, nice. I come next to Jodai.
I am playing Lumiere. She is a female half-elf and Circle of Stars druid and an astronomer, and has very foolishly, perhaps deliberately, found her way into these darkened realms looking for her father.
Enjoy your stay. I come next to Joe Jellyfish.
I am Joe, and I will be playing Benedict Silicinus, a paladin of an Oathbreaker paladin, I suppose now. After signing a pact with the devil to be released from the curse of tieflinghood.
And we come last to James.
I am playing Vesuvius Ventru, who is a little at peace with these areas right now. He is a Dampier sorcerer warlock with a celestial pact.
We'll see what we can do about that.
Well.
And we last left everyone off trudging through the house of the Thornbolts. I'm sorry, not Thornbolts. They're called the Durst. Actually, they're called the Durst. Traversing through the house of the Durst, you guys have been pretty much in the midst of terrible, evil things. You've been beset upon by apparitions. You had a terrible fight in a conservatory. Lithral, our very own Lithral, was playing the piano to his fingers bled. Some of you tried to jump out the window. Others have, how can I say, dove even deeper into their pact with one demon who you don't know the name of. Lumiere has seen things, has seen an image of her father. And well, you've also ascended the stairs to the 3rd floor, and beyond the 3rd floor to the attic, where you found the bodies of the children. You found out that their father and the mother were doing some sort of experiments they were all part of a cult. And with the help of them, and with the, how do I say, kindness of your hearts, you laid them to rest. They took you down through the house, going down these spiraling staircases till you finally reach this dungeon. You place the bodies of the children in the crypts. You've leveled up, gained level 3. And now we return to you all in this crypt. The walls are decrepit, old, worn stone, and the smell of like this decay and old water, and you can even smell just a slight tinge of, could it be flesh? Not sure exactly what's on your nose. And in the furthest the deepest depths of the dungeon, you can hear chanting, constantly saying, "He is the ancient, he is the land, one must die," repeating in random patterns over and over again.
They're not saying he is the salt.
Oh yeah, he's a salt, my bad.
I'm like, damn, he got an upgrade.
He's a salt, my bad. But yeah, you guys have just now left the crypt, closed it behind you, and you're just now in this currently in this dungeon. What are we doing?
I am saying a little prayer to the Morning Lord to carry the spirits of the children, and to protect them and watch over them. That's what.
I'm looking for the exit.
You can give me a survival check.
That's 6.
Ah, yeah. You know a lot of things, Vesuvius, but you don't know where the fuck you are or where to go.
I'll wander around blindly and aimlessly.
As you
I'm
kind of
attempting to
wander
sort of
around.
sense any sort of breeze coming in from anywhere.
Okay, all right. I'll keep that in mind. As you're walking around, you see as you come from out of the crypt, there are 2 ways to possibly go. The routes split apart. Further down to the left, and there's another one that's the right that seems to terminate and go to the makes a left turn.
Can we tell the source of the chanting?
Give me a perception check.
16?
16. Even with the 16, currently from where you are, it seems to just be reverberating off of everywhere. It's kind of hard to actually pinpoint where this is.
Well, I'm not entirely sure yet if we want to go towards the chanting or away from it, but I can't tell exactly where it's coming from. Any thoughts?
Well, it seems that a choice must be made. Then I suggest that we go left.
I think we should go right.
Very well, then let's go right.
All right. You're all going right?
Sure.
I'm basing this purely on the fact that
Why
Ben
not?
suggested we went left. I
assume so.
I have no other purpose to this decision other than he's led us to lots and lots of death, so I'm hoping the other way might be the right way.
Benedict, how do you feel about this? Vesuvius is outwardly challenging you constantly. And he seems to be have it out for you, really.
Benedict is not at all surprised given everything. But he's also very aware that, at least at this moment, this is not the time to deal with it. He may slap him later, we'll see. But at this moment, where everyone's life is very much in line, it's not the time for Benedict to get caught up in petty fights.
That's absurdly noble of Benedict. All right.
So
It's
as you
almost
go-
like he has paladin training. I don't know.
About time he acted like it. Let's go.
So as you all head to the right, the turn, slightly making the turn, as you begin to walk into this darkness a little bit deeper, those of you who have dark vision, you still kind of find it kind of hard to even look through it. When you step forward and you see now that the corridor kind of terminates into a set of stairs that goes further down. The shadow is kind of just looming.
I'd like to
At
cast
the-
light.
Okay. Cast light. As you send light forward, at first it seems to struggle to even illuminate this area, but eventually it begins to show to you what the chamber looks like. And here you see a single wooden table with 4 chairs. The chairs have been they look very worn and cracked. On the table you see rotted food and old cutlery.
You said rotted what?
Rotted food. It's rotted
Have we
food.
been here before?
No.
Okay.
I've been here before.
Right, it's not the same table.
No.
No, in the first room, it was like a whole dining hall with a huge,
Yeah.
with a big old table. So
I was just double checking.
No one eat the disgusting food this time. I have a spell that can help us later on, but see no need to do it just yet.
I do find it interesting that this time around, no illusion was cast upon us to try and eat the food.
Perhaps you already succumbed to the illusion once and therefore are immune to it.
Has Zach eaten recently?
Lots of rotting food.
Okay.
You guys had
Never mind.
cooked rat. Thanks for Vesuvius.
Ah, yes, that too.
But yeah, you guys are getting to a point where you're getting pretty hungry.
But I suppose I can take care of it now if we think it's a good idea. I can make some food for us that would be just a small bite, but it will sustain you for the day. But it also can restore some of your actual damage if that happens. So you might not want to eat it just yet, but I could pass them about, I suppose. Do we think that's sensible?
Everyone other than Vesuvius can give me a Constitution check.
Vesuvius is
Damn
not
it.
hungry, but he is thirsty.
Ooh, that's interesting. I like that.
That's a 19.
4.
18.
18.
15 for
Benedict?
myself.
I mean, sorry, not 18.
4.
8.
4?
Yeah.
Okay. Benedict, whew, you've been putting on airs for a while
That's
now, but
great.
your stomach is, you can feel it kind of touching your back a little bit. We'll see how long it takes, but you're at that cusp of hitting that exhaustion point. You need to find something. You are beginning to starve.
Did I pass with an 8?
Oh, you said 18. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said 18, but then I was like, no, sorry, I meant 8.
Oh, yeah, you too, Ak.
too?
You're definitely hungry.
I was like, yeah, that's awfully kind of you.
All right. Well, why not? Why not take care of it now? I leave it to you, but Ak, in particular, don't shove all of this in your mouth immediately if you can help yourself. I'm sure you cannot, but
Okay.
and
for once.
I will take my my little lenses and sort of light shapes itself in front of me into a sliced starfruit, and I hand each person 2 little slices of goodberry starfruit.
Nice. That's how.
Yeah. So I'll obviously eat that if I'm about to starve. So
You both bite
Not-
into it.
Yeah.
You both bite into it. Taste the sweetness, and it begins to fill the spills over your tongue, and it kind of gives you like a slight tingling feeling in your mouth. It's very refreshing. It's somehow still kind of cool, and as you pull back and you look at the starfruit itself, you see the insides are crimson, but then you blink again and it's normal starfruit.
okay.
So sorry. So in this room, there's a table full of rotten food. Sorry, what else did you say was in this room?
There's the table. It's run through. There's 4 chairs. You have to go a little bit deeper into the chamber, as you can see now. As you walk a little bit further ahead, and the light kind of maneuvers, you can see that there's like 4 alcoves with like these hay pallets. It's not too sure other than what's in there, but you see like these. It's like 4 alcoves, and then you see a singular other corridor that kind of leads from the room. Seems like another pathway to go. Muted.
I'll lead the way.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna go through the pathway?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go through the pathway, you make the left down another set of stairs, and you walk into this chamber. As the light begins to move forward ahead of you, you see that there is a well in the center of the room. As you look around, you see that there are also 5 more alcoves. The shadow, like the light kind of terminates there, and the shadow in each of these alcoves, so you can't really see exactly what's that way.
Can I look into the well?
All right. You walk over and begin to stare down into the
I'll
darkness.
point my rod down, which has got the light spell on the top of it, and just
Okay.
see how much I can see.
As you point it right down, it's just shadow and darkness. But as you sit there and you hear Help.
Is there anything around that's small enough to pick up?
What specifically? You looking for like a rock or something?
Yeah, anything with weight.
Yeah, you can find like there's some little bit of rubble here.
Okay, I'd like to drop it into the well and see if I can hear it drop.
You drop it into the well. You wait. It feels like 2-3 minutes before you hear it hit water.
3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell. I've hit New
Fucking hell,
Zealand.
indeed.
I was going to climb down the well. I ain't got that kind of time. All right. The well is very deep. I can hear somebody calling for help down there, but I don't particularly want to waste my time.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
That kid's gonna throw the rock back up at you.
What was that?
It's a 19.
19. As you turn to face them, you see just a small glint from your peripheral, and you back up as this large hand seem to come out from the well, and then descends back down. You hear another splash.
Oh. And there's something that clearly isn't looking for help in the well, with very, very, very long arms. Perhaps we should move away from this well.
Yes, we would be the ones calling for help.
Go on, Nathan.
I'd like to walk over to one of the alcoves, see if there's anything like there.
As you, okay, which one are you going? There's 5 of them.
Ooh, are they all the same, or is there a choice?
As you like, so I'm assuming you're gonna walk and scan around. As you, I don't think you have dark vision though.
I don't have dark
vision. Yeah, dark vision, so you can't really see inside of them. You're gonna need Vesuvius to help you here. Or if you have light cantrip, that's fine.
No, you know good and well that I don't.
I can wave it around for you.
Okay. Vesuvius sees what you're trying to do, and he kind of gives you aid as you begin to look around and scan each one. You see in each one that there are beds in here. There's beds and small chests inside.
How big is this alcove?
The alcove is kind of pretty sizable. As you go a little bit further into it, you can see that these are actually like not full length rooms, but they're like little small dormitory rooms.
Okay, great. Then I will like pat down the bed, see if there's anything like in there or anything. I'll look under the bed.
Okay. As you're looking around, you find yourself in the 3rd alcove.
Great, 3 is
my number,
so I'm sure you'll twist it around on me.
But as you begin to kind of maneuver over the bed, and you kind of hear this whisper coming to you. You just, hey.
Hello?
I'm here.
Where are you?
Down here.
Down where?
Under.
I'm gonna very slowly look under the bed.
As you begin to look down and look under, there's nothing there. But as you're looking under, you feel a hand in the back of your head. It's wet, sopping. It feels bulbous and in certain sections, just really unsure as it kind of drags its hand across through your hair. You feel this liquid begin to fall around your face. And then you hear, you look to the right, you see a small little key. As you look back up, you see the sheets have been pulled back, and you see these piles of flesh in the center of this hay bed.
Okay, I will pick up the key, and then I will say, Do you need a towel?
You hear no sound. You hear no response.
Can we hear him talking?
I mean, I'm whispering because
he's kind of whispering.
the
So you have to
person's
give me like a perception check.
whispering, yeah.
You have to give me like a perception. If you want to try, you can give me a perception check with disadvantage.
11.
Yeah, 11. Nah, you don't really hear him.
Okay. Then I'm seeing the gore that is on the bed. I will put the blankets back over the gore.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said there's a chest as well, right?
Yeah, see the chest to you, directly to your left.
Okay. Then I will like move like I'm imagining that I'm on my knees. So
Yeah.
I'll turn the chair so it's facing me.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a keyhole?
There is.
There is. Ooh. So I will.
All right. You open it. You just hear, thanks. As you open the chest, you see there's a few things in here. You find this weird looking pouch. You kind of pick it up and you hear kingling. You hear like the shaking, like the familiar sound of coins. Looking in here, you also see another black cloth that's kind of folded. It's kind of bumpy as you touch it, and you see a short sword in here. You see this eye patch with this really it's an ornate design, but in the center there's this yellow jewel in the center of it. You see a hairbrush with a few strands of like blonde hair still in it. And at the bottom, what really catches your eye, you find this leather-bound book. On the front, it's kind of it's a little dusty, but as you look at it, it's just it looks like it's a book of tales.
Okay, so I will take the pouch and put it in my bag.
Okay.
Before I do that, I'll look in it to see how much there is.
There are 11 gold pieces and 60 silver pieces in there.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. Wait, 11 gold and
11 gold and 60 silver.
Okay, great. Okay, I'll put that in my bag.
Mhm.
I will take the cloth and
Mhm.
kind of like feel it over.
Okay.
And then I'll put that in my bag.
Okay.
And then I will take the eye patch, think about putting it on and grabbing the sword and going, maybe. but then think better of it, and just put the eye patch in my bag.
Okay.
And then I will pick up the book. Will I know what it is?
You look on the front. It just says "Tiny Tales."
Okay. I will as I open the book, I'm gonna stand up, and then like as I realize what it is, I'm gonna rush over to everyone. What's so funny?
I was being an idiot, and then I was really an idiot. Carry on, as you were.
And then I'm gonna rush over to everyone else, and say, oh, brothers, sisters, praise be the morning Lord. I found a book of tales.
What kind of tales?
They're fuck, I keep thinking of the right word to call it and then forgetting.
These tales.
Not those kinds of tales, Axe. Stories, I assume.
Clergy? Is that the right word? I guess so. No, is that not a religious thing? A clergy?
Is this a religious thing? Okay.
Well, no. What I mean, I was in a group that worshipped the morning Lord. Would that not be a clergy?
Yeah. Well, yes, I suppose, or cult.
Or would it not be?
I don't know. You decide. I don't know.
Okay, great. Thank you. My people told me about the different ways someone with my skills can develop their skills, and they told me about the College of Spirits, but I'd never gone to learn or find it. But it seems that this book has found me.
Probably not a coincidence.
Well, only good things can happen now.
That is an incredibly optimistic outlook.
Well, so
I am
sorry, go on, Benedict.
I am very happy for you, Lithwell. Did you find anything that may give us any sort of hint as to how to get out of here? Or at least what is going on here?
Well, in the there are beds in this room with chests. I assume that there will be other useful things in said chests if you'd all like to investigate. I'm sure we'll find something helpful.
I don't think I'm going to find the door out.
Well then, perhaps we should turn back and go the other way, brother.
There is no other exit from this room, Kira, is there?
There is.
Oh, there
Oh,
is?
there is. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I'd misunderstood that.
Fuck me, my
I never said it, but I'll let you guys do your thing. That's why.
Yeah,
But yeah, there is another room.
I would like to mage hand and see if I can open a few of the chests for
Okay.
Lithril.
Okay. Yep. As you're trying to, you see that most of them are still locked. However.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are they made of wood?
Oh yeah, they are made of
Can I
wood.
just
If you want
blast them
to
to bits?
pulverize them.
Yeah, I'll just blast them to bits.
Okay.
I'll mix it up a little bit. I'll throw a sacred flame at one of them, and the rest of them I'll eldritch blast in the face.
Okay. As you blow up these chests, you see inside that most of them are containing different articles of clothing. Mostly, you see like there's a lot of personal effects in here, shoes, and that's mostly what you find in here.
The chests are open, literally, if you want to have a look through the stuff, but most of it looks fairly useless.
Literal's not listening to you. He's too busy looking through the book.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll make everybody else aware. You know. There are some clothes if you're cold. If you need anything to keep you warm. If not, I'm gonna lead the way on.
Give me a charisma saving throw, Lethor.
He found his book. Now he's dead.
Say nat 1 for a 6.
Not one. So as you're looking through the pages like happily, you then feel that this small gust of wind as and it flips to this one tale. You read it says the tale of Jack. Continue to maneuver on, reading through it. You see it was about some poor child that was left alone, left outside, and that he died during a storm. You continue to read on. You saw that the parents in the village that he lived in all seemed to mourn his death. And every year they would try and coerce his spirit back in order to hopefully give it some rest. As you continue to read, you read about how it was when they were successful, but Jack didn't come back normal. You continue to go on. You see that Jack had come back home for dinner. He had killed his parents. He had opened them up on the table. He had eaten their insides. And then he had burned his house down. And then after, the signs of Jack have disappeared. However, they did find one thing. He had a book. Book of Tales. And as your eyes blink, you see the page returns back to the original story you're reading about some hero and a sun sword. And how he went to go fight some demon king. Yeah, that's all.
I am going to turn the page so that it's the front of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Does it like say that this is Jack's book or like anything like that?
As you turn the book over and then open the front cover, you do see a singular bottom right J written in.
And then it explodes.
He's not Squidward. He won't explode.
I will like graze my hand over where he's written on it, and then close the book and just like hold it close to my chest and follow everyone else.
Okay. So we go back to Vesuvius, who's leading the way down the corridor, but up. This time descending. Sorry, not ascending, descending. As you, you walk down.
Like you're just not having any fun on a roller coaster.
You walk down and turn to the right. You see that there is only a singular corridor that leads straight down, straight forward, I should say.
We're going that way.
All right. Begin to head down. Give me a perception check.
That is natural one.
Natural one.
Oh no.
I'm blind.
Indeed.
Are we
As you begin to walk forward, I would assume you
you're
guys
just behind me, I
continue with-
believe. Apart from this one, who was a little way back.
Is
As
this
you
just a
continue.
general perception check?
Oh, this is mostly for him because he's leading the way.
Gotcha. Okay.
And as you begin to move forward with your light ahead, you don't see what's below. As you step forward, the floor caves in beneath you. I need a dexterity save, please.
That's a 9.
That's a fail.
Can I try and grab him
Whoa.
just to stop the fall?
I
Or-
would say no.
But no.
I would say no.
As soon as I fall downwards, I'd like to put my fingers to the wall and catch myself.
Well, first you take 8 piercing damage, and you are
Okay, that's fine.
as you fall. Give me, in order for you to do this, because normally you would fall prone, but give me an acrobatics check.
Okay, it's just I have spider climb.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, no, my acrobatics is
Okay,
not
so
as good as my dexterity save and my perception check.
as you fall, you all see Vesuvius disappear in front of you, and you hear the crumbling of stone as he falls. Vesuvius, as you hit the floor downwards, you see that, well, you feel it as spikes pierce through your calf,
Right.
as well as your bicep.
Ow. How far down have I fallen?
You have fallen. I believe this is
And
60.
you said
feet,
9
actually.
piercing damage, right?
Yep, 9 piercing damage.
Okay. I will call up. Don't worry and don't follow. How far would it be to... Have I fallen sort of... Is there like a gap in the ceiling above me, or have I fallen down like a shaft, or...
You fall down like a shaft.
Okay, so I would be able to climb back up?
If you have spider, yeah, you have spider climb. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally like, yeah.
I have a climbing speed of 25 feet, so I'll just...
Okay. Yeah.
And
Wait 1 second. I'm going to need because technically you're kind of like restrained in this as well since you're
Oh,
launched
right, okay.
on the spikes.
Oh,
I'm gonna need this. Yeah.
If I'm lodged on the spikes, I'm assuming that it's just going to take pain to get off.
I mean, yeah, it'll take pain if you wanted to take the pain. Sure.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether I heal myself before or after doing it. Interesting situation. I'll give myself a kill wounds before I decide to pull myself off. So just sort of, I'll just clench my hands, heal myself up, and then I will get off.
Okay. All right. You pull yourself
So
off
1d6?
and
Jesus. Really? That was it? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll just sit on that, and then I will climb off.
you pull yourself off. And you begin to slowly climb up. As you climb up, I'm assuming on the other side to not, to take back progress. Climb up on the other side. For everybody else, now it's just this 10-foot wide gap.
Sorry, just one more thing before this 10-foot wide gap becomes a problem. Oh shit. How difficult is a 10-foot jump?
The what?
How difficult is a 10-foot jump?
It
I
wouldn't
don't
be
really
that
know.
hard.
I'm a fucking vampire. I don't really know whether. Actually, hold on. Is there a wall to the right or left?
Yeah, there's walls.
Okay, I'll go across the wall, and then I'd like to guidance each person as they jump.
Okay. Don't you have to touch for that?
Yeah, that's why I walked over to their side
Okay.
first.
And I can do it as well if
Oh,
necessary.
I didn't even
Yeah.
realize. Okay. Oh wait, guidancing.
Hadn't used it yet. Yeah.
Ah, yes. So yeah, well,
Yeah. So if you guys are just gonna jump across, just give me
well, I
I
don't know
believe-
unless anybody has any better plans.
Yeah, go ahead, guys. Discuss.
I mean, if you can use your climbing to just carry us across, but I don't know. Probably
I'm not
just
that
about as difficult.
strong. I do
Yeah.
have some rope though. Apparently, was I meant to have rope? Did I buy rope? Oh, I have some rope.
Well, perhaps tying up and then jumping just to make sure we don't fall the entire way down.
Yeah, is there anywhere to tie this on this
There's
side?
no,
perhaps?
no.
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 So
Just
perhaps
to someone strong.
yeah, or perhaps one of us might brace it on either side, and the others might use it to walk along. But I'm quite happy just to tie it to people and let them jump. And we'll catch them if they fall. What do you think, Benedict? Do you think?
You muted.
Benedict?
Sounds like a plan. A good plan at that.
You are strong. Would you brace the rope?
I am not very strong myself, but
Ak is curiously very strong, but doesn't weigh anything, right? So, although he'd be able to pull very hard, he would probably be jerked down the hole if he was the one bracing the rope, right?
well,
If I'm bracing it from a stance where I can hold people, probably would be like that.
Between you and Benedict, perhaps might the two of you brace it and let Lithril and Lumia make the jump first?
very well.
Do I have a weight? Did I even give myself?
No, but I'm assuming you're about 2 foot tall, which means you can't weigh that much.
Yeah, I'm 2.5 and I weigh 80 pounds.
Yeah. So it doesn't really matter how strong you are, 80 pounds ain't holding Benedict's plate armor, right? Or chain armor, or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have plate armor.
No,
yeah.
but you know what I mean. Heavy armor. Okay, and then I will like to go to the other side. Let me climb. Just to see if anybody's falling, I might be able to help them up. Because Lumia has said that they can use guidance.
Okay.
Lethril,
And I will.
would you like to jump first?
Yeah, I've got mirthful leaps. So whenever I make a long jump, I can roll a d8 and add the number rolled to the number of feet I cover.
Oh, okay. Leap away.
That's 8.
You said that the 8 adds to the feet. You can jump, right?
Yes.
Okay. No problem.
So you need to
with
make an
that,
athletics check to jump 2 feet?
yeah.
What's
Well,
the,
it
what's the
depends
DC on that, Kira?
It depends on his what's the name?
Yeah, there's some formula with your strength score. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's your strength modifier. The modifier, if I remember correctly, is the feet you can jump, which is a -1.
Wait, so I can only jump backwards?
What are you talking about?
Well, I've
Oh,
also
you
got a
-1?
-1, so can we only jump backwards?
It seems so. You're fucked.
That can't be the law.
Yeah.
It's got to be
Give me
a
a strength
base. It's got to be a base and then the modifier.
It's
surely.
move to yeah. Your strength determines how far you can jump, unless they're talking about the strength.
Okay, so I'm making a strength check.
Yeah.
Here you go. You can jump a distance equal to your strength score, provided you have a run up of at least 10 feet.
Oh,
So he can
yeah.
jump 8 feet, provided he runs 10 feet first.
Yeah. So I'm assuming he does that. He's fine.
And then plus the 8 that I rolled for the
Yeah, you're good because you also have the mirthful leap, so that doesn't even encounter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Lumia?
I believe that yeah.
Although,
Well, if we want someone to give guidance on this side, I might have to stay, but I guess
Are
you
you
could climb back
confident?
across.
I can always go back across. That's no problem.
Yeah, so I will go. I mean, I have a score of 10, and if you want
Yeah.
to make a check above that, I'm happy to. But
Nope. 10 is fine.
I've got to share this with you guys. I was looking at the ruling for jumping distance, and I've just discovered that a Tabaxi monk fighter rogue barbarian something 5 under the effect of a potion of Storm's giant strength can jump 954 feet. If that's helpful to anyone. I just thought it was interesting.
Monk. I just need to get all that other stuff.
Yeah, well, but with the last two being Ack and Benedict, more than enough. You guys are able to get across. As you make it across, you see that there's only a set of stairs.
Okay, as I go, I would like to make detailed perception checks, just to make sure I'm not going to fall through the ground.
Under guidance.
Yes, under guidance, of course.
Please give me a perception check.
Mine, if not yours.
That is an... Oh, no, it's not. Hold on. It's a 20.
20?
I can see
Easy
clearly
enough.
now that I've fallen down a hole. And then, yes, I shall lead the way up the stairs.
The rain is completely gone.
It has.
As you continue to go down the staircase and begin to delve deeper and deeper into this terrible, terrible castle. As you guys begin to make your way down, you begin to hear something. You begin to the chanting get louder. And it seems to continually, over and over, droning on through the halls. As you continue to descend the stairs, it continues to wind around. And you come into this area as the light from Vesuvius's rod begins to just illuminate this entire area. And you can see that in this chamber, there are more and more alcoves, but this you can immediately, possibly, Vesuvius and Lumiere. Give me a religion check.
It's not 20.
Okay.
11.
11. You find yourself in an Benedict, you can make the religion check also. I'm sorry about that.
That's gonna be 16.
16.
Calling for you, Benedict.
You guys have found yourself in seems to be a reliquary. And as you look around, you see in each of the alcoves that there are all these different types of artifacts. As you look around the room, you see that there are two more sections. One that's cut off by a portcullis, and you can see that the rocky flooring seems to like slant downwards, and you can see just a little bit of water inside. And beyond the portcullis, beyond the grates, you can see something in the center, but it's still kind of misty in this area. To the right of that, you see another corridor that seems to lead a little further downwards.
This chanting, sorry, I was out the room for a second. Can we tell where it's coming from?
You can very clearly hear where it's coming from. It's coming from beyond that portcullis.
Do we want to get closer or further away to this excitable chanting?
Any way out?
I
As it is.
recognize the language.
I know that you do not care for my opinion that much, Vesuvius, but I think that as horrifying as it is, the logical course of action would be to go towards the chanting, surprisingly.
I don't necessarily discard your opinion, only your attitude. Let us proceed. And I would like to mage hand the portcullis and see whether I can lift it up. Is it crazy heavy?
Say it one more time.
Is it crazy heavy?
It's crazy heavy.
Okay.
Your mage hand will not be able to do it.
No, I will turn to Ack and to Benedict. Perhaps with some assistance we might all be able to lift this.
Very
I'm
well.
gonna run over and try and pick it up.
Okay.
I will guidance him, and the mage hand will contribute as well.
Okay. Give me a strength check with advantage.
Does this chanting get any chirpier at any point?
Nope.
14.
Plus guidance.
Yeah, plus your guidance, yeah.
It's
D4.
D4, right?
Yeah. I just realised we can give a plus 10 with Bardic Inspiration as well.
18.
18. Even as you begin to sort of strain, you hear like the slight, you hear like the sound of chains begin to latch, and as you begin to strain, it falls below. It's too heavy.
You said there's water there?
Yeah.
well?
You can see as you get closer to it, you can see that beyond the portcullis that there's. You step into it, you know your feet touch water and soggy ground, and you can see that there's this mist beyond in the room.
I'm trying to figure out if I can use my shape water in a kind of Breath of the Wild sort of lift up the gate kind of way, but I don't think I can quite do that.
Perhaps it might be easier to lift if it was submerged in water. That lowers
It's a
the weight
tall
of
order.
things, right? Quite literally, that is quite tall for the water to have to get.
And
Yes, I don't
Take a
think I
look
can quite make the water float up in the air. I can only
How wide is the
sort of
portcullis?
change it.
The portcullis itself, we're looking about it's. Yeah. 1 second. Portcullis.
I'm wondering how many of us can try and lift it simultaneously.
It's enough for you guys to try and get on each side of it and try and lift it up. You guys can do that. Like you could try that.
So we
Yeah,
might do
would
like
you
it with Benedict and Ak and Mage Hand and Lithril lifting at the same time, for example.
It's wide enough to try that.
I don't know whether Lithril's strength is any better than mine or Lumiere's.
I would
My
like
strength is an 8.
to
Oh, mine too.
I would like to look at the what's it called again?
The portcullis.
Portcullis, yeah. I would like to look at the portcullis and look for any indication that there is some mechanism, magical or otherwise, that would lift it or open it or do something with it.
Easy enough. As you get up to the portcullis and you look to the left, to the left, you can see that there is a wheel that could be turned in order to lift the portcullis. But it's not. It's on the other side in the other room.
Yeah, okay, no, I thought that was the case. Sorry, and then I was just like, wait, we're really going through this? What's this portcullis made out of?
It looks like it's made of like iron.
If we have no other ideas for lifting it, I have an idea for breaking it.
What do we really want to get the attention of the people chanting?
Ack, understand. Ack swings his axe.
Well, on a,
I
okay.
highly doubt that there are
Ak,
people.
I think there might be more required than just hitting it. It is made of the same material as your axe.
Ak, is there any chance you can simply slip through the thing? You're very small.
The grates are too small for that.
I don't think I'm that small.
Sometimes they're only vertical bars.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I wonder... I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself,
Okay.
which I was
Oh, I
going to
see
do
what you're
anyway.
trying.
And then I'm going to put my hand to, like, the connection between two of them, and then ask Ak if he might hit that spot, and at the same time, I will Eldritch Blast it.
While he does this, I am going to find a place that has cover to hide behind on the off chance that this noise stops the chanting and they all rush into the room.
Okay.
Something tells me Literal is the one who is being more sensible here.
There's no cover in this room. There's only
Like, just like
hide
go like a
behind
dark
Benedict.
corner.
sure you can go to a dark corner. Give me a stealth check.
Just hide behind Benedict. Fine.
That's a nat 20 for a 21.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
you've successfully stealthed yourself into
It's all the
Cassiopeia.
scarves. It's the scarves. He's just, you know,
Yeah.
he's blended into wallpaper. Yeah, so
Okay,
I don't know what you want as a check for this Eldritch Blast hitting
bro.
mechanic.
Sure. Well, I'm not gonna make you roll for Eldritch Blast. on a a stationary object.
I mean, we've produced 24 damage between us. 20, 24, right? You don't add your strength modifier unless you're dinging.
Yeah.
Raging.
Okay. Just give me a straight up damage roll.
16 for both of us.
16 for both of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he gave
As
you
he, yeah, 16 is the total. Yeah. As you strike the area, or as Axe strikes, and it kind of reverberates, and you feel there's a slight pulse that will activate your armor of Agathis. It shoots out and hits the iron and begins to kind of freeze it over as Axe strikes down simultaneously with your Eldritch Blast. There's a large explosion.
Oh, good. Heck, we did something.
Yes.
Ah, good. It's gone
And then the
peaceful.
chanting stops.
Lestral, I'm sorry. I think we stopped the chanting.
As it begins to...
I don't know who you're talking to because Literal is not replying.
I'm still looking at the portcullis. I'm just assuming you're standing behind me where you were before.
No, I'm in a corner hiding.
No, player knows, character doesn't.
Okay.
As you strike, you have made a pretty sizable hole. Do with that what you will.
Wait, I'm an idiot. How far is this wheel?
It's it's pretty far from you.
Like, how close?
We're looking about maybe 15 feet from you.
Yeah,
hand distance.
I could have just mage-handed the fucking wheel. Whip, 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 whip. Clay, I forgot how this worked. Yeah, I'll open the portcullis and just look like an idiot and and then wonder what I was doing in my life and using my freezing physics to break iron when I could have just opened the fucking door.
That's what I thought you were going to do.
I just assumed that that it needed to be bashed. I like it when things need to be bashed. We're simple people.
You know, I was trying to think it through, but this freezing part I can do without any danger to myself.
I can't believe none of us suggested that this mage hand that couldn't lift the portcullis could perhaps turn a wheel, but never mind. Our idiocy aside, are we
I was
gonna die?
just watching at that point.
I kind of forgot that you have mage hand, honestly.
I was lifting the portcullis with
I
the
know,
mage
I
hand.
had a plan.
I know.
I'm not.
We all
It's been
had
a
it.
rough week, man.
We all had the brain
No, Ack wouldn't say anything.
fart. No, Ack would not.
Ack's not allowed to have intelligent decision making.
Apparently Vesuvius neither.
No matter how bad Ack wants to.
Yeah, I had to resist it so badly.
I just didn't consider it. Anyway,
Ack feel like he should say something here, but Ack won't.
I shall turn the wheel and
understand.
hope
Okay.
that we can open the portcullis before we get chanted at.
Okay, as you begin to turn the wheel, into turn, you see that as you begin to hit to a certain level, you choose to try to pull with the mage hand, but it stops.
Is it high enough up for Ack to slide under?
It is high enough for Ack to slide under.
Ack, do you think you might finish turning the wheel? The hand seems to be stuck.
Terrible idea. Ack's gonna go do it.
That's the one!
Ack crawls and shimmies under as he enters into this mist.
Oh.
I was right. You begin to walk under. Your hands begin to touch somewhere just deeper and deeper into water. The smell emanating from it is nausea. It's very naustic, and as your hands slid over, you touch something really hard and brittle before you crunch it.
I'm gonna
You
be able
can
to
stand up.
see what I'm doing.
Are you have dark vision? I can't remember. If you
Yeah,
have
dark vision.
Oh, you have dark vision. Well, you can see in the dark, but this mist is a little thick. And the water, as you look down, it's pretty murky. It's green. It's not blue or clear. As you stand up.
Yes it is. I can change the water's color or opacity. Within 30 feet of myself, and I will make it nice and clear for Ack.
Nice. So, as Lumiere steps forward, and do you have to touch the water for that?
No, it's a 30-foot range and all this shape water stuff.
Okay, nice. So you see that as Ak begins to move in, you begin to clear the water, and you can see Ak as you begin to step on and crawl over skeletons. As you stand up, you touch the willow portcullis and begin to turn it as it begins to raise the rest of the way.
Wait, what? My brain.
You turn the wheel and you've raised the portcullis.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought you said. My brain just had a real bad fart.
Oh, good.
All right.
I guess we're proceeding through.
You step in.
Should we call out to Lithril? This is me asking as Vesuvius to the other players. Other characters. He seems to have gone missing. Perhaps he's hiding. Lumiere, Benedict?
Mithril?
Can we tell if anyone's coming, like rushing towards us up this? Because we knew the sound was coming from through the portcullis, but are there people coming towards us now?
No, you don't hear anyone stepping forward. You don't hear anyone running. Nothing.
Mithril. I am not going to assume the worst, and I'm going to assume you are hiding. And I know that you are afraid, but I can guarantee you.
I'm gonna come out of the shadows. Brother, I am not afraid. But we've interrupted whoever is chanting. It's not a good thing.
Then why hide if you are not afraid?
So that they see you and don't see me, so they kill you and don't kill me. I'm just kidding. That's not what I was saying. It would have been the better option than to be waiting out in the open for them. Would it not?
It is okay to be afraid, Lithril.
I'm not afraid.
I think he made it quite clear that he's not afraid. He's merely sensible.
Yes, it seems a tactical choice. We could at least wait a few moments to see if anyone shows up.
Is everyone stepping all the way in?
Vesuvius has stepped up to Ak. That's as close as he's got, unless Ak has moved.
I'm stepping in.
Okay. You
So
step in.
Yes, we've decided as a unit that the person who should make the decisions is Ak. So, so that is where we stand, behind Ak. Lord help us all, we're fucked.
Yeah, that's what we're doing now. Axel, just walk forward.
All right.
Just start going wherever.
Ak, as you begin to step in, the water now coming up to, well, for you, your neck is almost submerged. Everyone else is coming. It's getting higher and higher. The thighs. At this point in time, Ak has to kind of swim around. As you step in, and you all
For
begin
sure
to look
does the
up.
doggy paddle.
Hey, is he okay with being in the water, or is he particularly
I don't see that.
distressed?
I don't
Or
have any reason not to
right,
be.
okay, cool.
Not that I know of.
This water just it feels heavy. Of course you feel heavy because you're drenched, but it feels unnatural to you all. As you're walking through, even though it's clear because of Lumiere, you can see just piles upon piles of skeletons, bones, skulls beneath this water. And as you look up, you see you're in some sort of a theater, looks like. And you look up at these higher standings, these robed figures looking down upon you.
This is the biggest damn house that anyone has ever been in.
Yep, it'll be on. Hopefully, if you guys survive, it'll be on Xylo. You guys can probably purchase it or something.
Sorry. How far up did you say the theater goes?
To who?
The theater. How far up does it go? Like you said, it was.
Oh, it's like 80, 90 feet up. It's high.
Lithril is gonna. Is it like we all see them, right? We all see them.
You can all see them, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna look up at them as we're walking, or I don't know if we've stopped walking, and kind of shout out, "We mean you." I can't shout as literal, but
You can't.
can't. We mean you no harm. We're just looking for a way to leave.
As you say that, you just hear them all begin to just, one must die, one must die. And as you say that, you look, as you all are staring forward, you see the mist kind of part and clear. And you see in the center this body, this altar, dripped in blood, and a singular dagger in the center of it.
Wait, did you just say that there's a body on the altar?
So one more time.
Did you just say that there's a body on the altar?
It's a skeletal body on the altar. Yeah.
Right.
That's confusing.
Is it? I don't think so.
No, as in, this was in character. They claim that one must die, but it appears, according to the altar, that one already has.
Must die.
Unless
Unless
it's a continuous renewal that one person must die.
There's a bright thought. There's no exit here, is there?
No. There's only the way you came in. And as you turn around, you see the portcullis is closed again.
Well, that's just inconvenient. I should turn to the group. Anybody got any ideas?
Well, I was fairly sure that you are going to follow through on your intents of getting rid of me.
Teasing you is not the same as needing to sacrifice you. If it would get us out, for sure, then perhaps I might be considering it. I don't think one of us dying is going to find us an exit.
There's a ton of people, right?
Yeah. You give me a perception check.
12.
Well, yeah, they're people.
Sure. A ton of figures.
I would like to.
Can you give us a sort of, is it 10, 100, or a million? Like, can you give us a vague, just like...
A vague?
Yeah, very vague. You know, is it
Maybe
more than
over
6?
Is more than 6.
Is it less than 1,000?
Yes.
Okay, right.
You're
That's
looking
fine.
at maybe 40 or so.
Oh, that's fine.
I would like to examine the altar and the knife.
Okay. You walk up to the altar. What exactly are you looking for?
See if if the altar and the knives have any sort of specific ritualistic purposes, or or someone could die in any way and that would suffice for the ceremony.
Okay. Okay. I'll give it to you anyway. As you're beginning to walk forward and you walk up to the altar, the chanting gets more rigorous, faster. One must die, one must die, one must die. As you look up and you begin to look at the dagger, to your left, you hear just the deepest of voices. Die. And you look at the dagger again, and you see, yeah, this has been, you can tell. And you look at the skeletal body on it, you see that this person or whoever it was stabbed. They are killed upon this altar, and it must be upon this altar.
Lovely.
Even if we
How
can avoid
is-
it being one of us, I don't really want the ritual to be completed.
How is the altar built?
Made of marble.
Ak,
Yes.
Would you like to smash something?
Real question?
Don't break
I
axe,
have-
axe.
That's
You want to smash
There's
the
a very
altar,
big-
Benedict?
just
From what I
just
can
so I'm clear,
discern,
are we trying to start this fight?
We're trying to avoid the fight.
Is that what we're trying to do?
I think so. We don't really know what we're doing. We're hitting things because we don't have any better plans.
If I don't get a real answer, I'm about to start smacking things.
By all means, smack away, but
The dagger, is there anything unusual about it? Any inscription? Anything on the hilt?
There's no inscription on it. You look at it, it's shaped in the form of like a spine, and there's like it's like has a jeweled hilt.
And is this altar at the very center of the room?
Yes.
Well, it is either we attempt to interact with these chanting beings and this altar, or we turn back and try and go a different way.
Well, there was the one other way we did not go, and I'd be kind of interested to see if they follow us.
Do you think they'll let us go?
Well, that's the question, I suppose.
Perhaps try the exit first, smash things later.
Cannot hurt. Can we even open that portcullis again?
Only one way to find out.
I'm going to start walking back in that direction and just see what the reaction is.
Okay. You turn around and begin to head back to the portcullis. You hear the chanting stops. It turns to, "It must be fulfilled. It must be fulfilled." As the mist clears, you get to see this room for what it is. And you turn to the right and you see now, and a little further back right, you see this throne. Skeletal body sitting at the center, sitting in it. And just before it, you see as the ground begins to open in front of it, as this large body begins to rise. Its flesh is slightly torn. You see as it stands up on the right, a smaller childlike form is melded into the shoulder. It stands up, the body slightly stitched. And as it fully comes outward, you see these, as it seems like the body sloughs forward as these tentacles stretch out over the entirety of the floor. You see this mouth opens up, rows of teeth. You hear it says, "Durst we risen. Durst we return. Durst we risen. Durst return." And I need you all to roll initiative.
Can I ask a sort of vague question? Is the implication here that if we're not going to sacrifice one person, we're going to have to fight this thing? I'm not entirely sure I'm rolling initiative for the right side. I am not getting sacrificed. That's a 13.
1 second.
If we're going to enter combat, do you mind if we take a couple of minutes before the combat?
Yeah, we can do that. Hello. Immediately I need initiative. I think yours is a 13, right, Vesuvius?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Initiative, everybody else?
18.
What?
Jellyfish Joe said 18, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And mine was 14.
14. All right.
And mine was 3.
Oh, shit. Ack?
16.
16. All right. We start immediately as this amorphous blob of flesh and tentacles begins to start moving toward everybody. Benedict, you are up. Ak, you're on deck.
I look back to Ak, and I practically yell at him, "Smash the altar now!" And I step aside so I get in line of sight, so I don't have to shoot over the shoulder of Vesuvius.
What
And
kind of fucking axe do you think Ak is using? Where he's gonna smash a marble altar?
At least tip it, ruin it. I don't fucking care.
Shoot it.
And I'm gonna shoot the motherfucker.
Okay. Please make a attack roll.
That's what I was wondering.
Fantastic. Fantastic. That's so good. So that's gonna be a total of 22.
Oh, that hits.
Fantastic. I'm gonna.
There was a chance he
roll
missed.
Damage. 7. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make it a smite.
Sorry, Joe, who are you
Wait.
shooting?
The one thing that we have to shoot.
Well, you wanted to hit the altar. Are you shooting the altar or the monster?
No, I'm not shooting the altar because
Right,
that
okay.
wouldn't do much damage.
Okay, right, I was just double checking because I was really confused. Okay.
Also, you're too far to divine smite.
What? Oh, right. I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah, it's I'm stupid. So yeah, it's 7 damage overall.
Okay. All right, you take the shot as it kind of just seems to like not ricochet, but it doesn't seem to like the flesh slightly dents inwards, and then the bullet seems to fall in by the side. Doesn't seem to do too much damage.
Okay.
Now your turn.
That would actually no. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Nice. All right. You gonna stay there, or you gonna? I assume you only move like 15 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there for now.
Okay. Ak, you're up. Lithor, you're on deck.
Ak's going to bonus action rage.
Yep.
And then she's going to. Yes, I am. I'm going to run over. Not only did I call myself a female, talk to the third person. I'm gonna run up to the altar, I guess, and try and smack the altar.
All right. Make an attack
Listen to
roll.
my friend for once. Wow, spicy. Wow, another spicy one.
They both hit their altar.
Oh, okay.
Roll your damage.
Oh boy, that's some good damage. 12 damage.
12 damage. Yeah, you hit the altar. No real damage occurs on it. You see, you do chip off a piece. That doesn't really seem to. You hit, and then you look toward this mound of flesh, and you look above. You don't really see much of a change in their demeanor at all.
I don't think this is a good idea.
You're right. You gonna move anywhere else? Or you gonna stay there, Ak?
No, I'm just gonna stay right there.
Okay. Lithor, you're up. Vesuvius on deck.
Okay, so
How far away did I move to people? How far did I move to get to us?
Not really. No, nowhere really. I didn't even count as a move for you. That's why.
Gotcha.
okay, so as I'm holding my book, it's gonna fly open and the pages start like, start skimming through.
Sorry.
Okay, I am going to. Okay, so the book stops on the tail of the clever animal, and as I read this story of how this clever-minded badger out clevers a fox. I don't know if foxes eat badgers, but I'm going with it.
You're worried about the fox bit as opposed to the out-clevering bit?
The picture on the page of the badger starts like glowing, and then from it rises an ethereal image of the badger, and it like stands by my side. And for the next 10 minutes, whenever I have to make an intelligence or wisdom or charisma check, I get to roll an extra die and add it to it.
Okay.
And
Cool.
then I'm gonna close my book. And then that's me.
Okay. This is the first time you began to enact this power. As you begin to read the story, you feel yourself completely invigorated by the soul of this clever badger, and for once, for a while, things seem to be a little brighter for you. Vesuvius, you're up.
Did you just
I would like to take a few steps backwards. I'm really sorry, I can't see that screen very clearly because I can't open any larger. Can I move next to Lumiere? And what range will that put me at from the boss?
Okay, so you want to stand right next to her?
Well, preferably not putting Ack between me and the boss, so just a little bit to the left of that. Yeah, what range would that put me at? Are they 5 foot, 10 foot, 2 foot?
Yeah, they're 5 foot each.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50? Is that about right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I will cast Hex.
Okay.
They will have, whatever it's called in this. Disadvantage on Constitution checks.
Okay.
And then I will Eldritch Blast. And miss.
Yep, that's complete. It goes right behind it and blows up on the wall behind it.
I think I'm joining the I'm Done with D&D Beyond club. That is, I haven't rolled over a 10 today.
Ack, you said something. What did you say? Moon?
Did he just put light in the room?
No.
No.
Okay. I had to think about it.
It was a brief blast of me missing.
Lumia, you're up.
Because light gives me disadvantage.
Yeah, no. No big light.
I mean, I can fix that myself. I have ways to fix it, but
No.
All right, I think just for flavor's sake, really, I don't even know if it makes any difference where I am. I'll move maybe 15 feet to the east there, just to be out from behind. I guess that's Benedict. And then I shall attempt to Guiding Bolt, the big thing.
Okay.
It's 13.
That is a miss. As you go to fire the guiding bolt, you watch as the tentacles wells up, and you strikes against the flesh. This flesh is slightly singed, but doesn't seem to be injured.
Yeah, I thought that might be the case, but I will bonus action Starry Form Archer, as usual,
Okay.
and fire my first little star of light. Where's... Oh, that's right, I don't have a thing to click for this, I just roll. That comes up to a 15. Any good?
That hits.
Okay, great. That will be 8 radiant damage,
Mm-hmm.
and that's me.
Okay. It is now this monstrosity's turn. It's going to. It's going to move upwards. Let's move one more. There we go. And it's going to strike you, Benedict. You watch as it reels up and then slams down with the tentacles. The first one's a miss. Wow, really? Both of them are miss with natural twos. Wow, okay. So they both slam down as you kind of like parry with the gun and then hit the other one to the side as it kind of just as it goes to like try and wrap around you. You block it with the gun and then maneuver outwards to the side. And at that point in time, Bennett, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot him again.
Mhm.
Would a 17 hit?
That hits.
Fantastic. And this time I can make it a smite, so I will make it a smite.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be. Okay, I like what's going on here, so that's gonna be 9 plus 16, which is going to be 25 damage.
Nice, good hit. So this time you step up. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I fully stick my barrel under his chin. Kind of like try and channel again the energy I felt when I kind of conjured my master back in the piano room, and pull the trigger.
So this time, as you maneuver under the tentacles and slide under and get in range, you cock, and then as you do so and you begin to focus that energy, you spied it before, and usually the energy is like this bright white light, but this time it is this dark red, almost a dark red fire that encases the barrel as it kind of like it turns into like this small cone with a fine point and it erupts. That's a good hit. You see it kind of reel backwards and then go slap around in the water, begins to kind of splash around. Is that your turn, Benedict?
That's gonna be my turn for now.
Okay. All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to take a legendary action, and it's going to you watch as the child formation on its shoulder, eyes open and the mouth comes agape as it begins to stretch longer. It lets out this terrible screech. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, I'm so good at those. 11.
18.
Okay.
8.
Okay.
11.
Okay. So everyone except
That's a 17 plus my badger.
okay. So Benedict and Lithro, everyone except Benedict and Lithro take 10 points of sanity damage.
Yeah, as the creature screams, my badger's gonna like jump in front of me, and then
psychic
like-
damage, or is it just?
Well, it's not. It's just you lose 10 off your sanity
Is it-
score.
Oh, off our sanity score, right. We don't actually
Yeah.
take any damage.
Yeah, no damage.
Hey, I lost some sanity. That's cool.
yeah, no, my badger's gonna like jump in front of me, and then as it takes the hit, like the ethereal like image of it like dissipates.
Yeah, so as the screech goes out, it seems to almost invade your minds as you begin to see these visions of gore and some of the visions, some of the terrible things that have happened in this place. You see a multitude of people coming and being lured into this house and being brought down here and sacrificed, killed over and over. At this point, Ack, it's your go. Lithro, you're on deck.
I'd like to point out that as Vesuvius is watching these images, he's considering how well Benedict's body would fit on the altar. which angle he'd like to be placed.
It feels good, man. Yeah, Ack, you're up. And Lithro, you're on deck.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Let me reread something. I'm just gonna run up to the monster and swing at it.
All right.
Damn it. No, 22.
That hits.
Oh boy. It's, 14 damage.
Fat 14. Okay, yeah, good hit. As you lean
sorry.
forward and
Moan, did you add your strength to that? For rage?
Why? No, I did not. 16. You're right.
okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Um,
I played a lot of ACK over the last 2 weeks. That's how that is.
It's been a while.
You run forward as you swing the axe forward and using it as a bit of a to propel you forward, and you so you just bring the axe in and slam into the flesh. You see some of the blood begins to coat around it, and as you pull the axe back, you see as the wound itself seems to like start to slightly close. But it was a good hit regardless. Anything else you want to do, Ak?
No, that's it.
Okay. Lithor, you're up. Vesuvius on deck.
Again, the book is gonna open and start skimming through all the pages. Ooh. Okay, one second. Ooh, okay, so it's going to land on the tail of the traveler. And as I read of this brave traveler who's traveled daring places and had all these adventures, this picture of this minstrel, who's the traveler, on the page like comes to life in this ethereal form, and skips over to Ak, and will give him 9 temporary hit points, increase his walking speed by 10 feet, and he gains a +1 bonus to AC.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, hold on. Walking speed increased by 10, and then what was the last thing?
And then once the traveler like skips around him a bit to do that, he's then gonna fade away, and then that's my turn.
Josh, did he just gain 10 to movement speed? Was that right?
He gains 10 movement speed, 9 temporary hit points, and +1 to bonus AC.
Oh, okay.
So
I knew there was some
one.
more of that. Yeah.
I care about that one.
Lithor, roll me a d20, please.
Am I about to open up the page to Jack's creepy pasta? That's a 12.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to you. Are you finished your turn, Lithor? Okay. It's going to take a legendary action and is going to slam down on Ak.
He's slamming the arc.
Slamming the Ak. That's a 17.
It's.
Oh, nice. You take.
I don't wear armor, so.
Oh yeah. You know, you take 12 points
402 psychic damage.
you imagine? Take 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are halved, and you are considered grappled.
Oh,
As he
shit.
slams down, it wraps around you and begins to pull you toward its mouth as its mouth opens. Vesuvius, you're up.
I shall Eldritch Blast a bitch.
Okay.
Assuming a 12 misses.
Yes, it misses.
Yep, okay, so I will add a 4 to that. 16 hit?
That hits.
Okay. That's my favor of the gods used. Fuck me, I'm sorry, I'm done with that shit.
That's a 4?
Yeah, I'm fucking done with that shit.
Alright.
That is a 4 plus, but I'm rolling my hex damage on my own dice because I had none of that prick. That's another 5. I'm giving us 9 total damage, and then I will heal Ak. That's a 6, right?
Nope.
Why?
I'm full HP.
How can you be full HP when you've just been hit for bludgeoning damage?
Because I had temp HP.
Oh, okay. Is anyone hurt?
And you didn't break my temp HP.
Benedict, you good?
I'm very good, thank you.
You're full health?
Yes.
Well, fuck me, I'll heal myself. Cool. I'll take a heal for 6, which heals me for 3. Puts me back up to full HP. That concludes my turn.
Alright. Well, okay, Vesuvius. At the end of your turn, it's going to take its last energy action. And it's going to rear back. As it rears back, its mouth opens wide. And it releases this terrible scream. I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh no.
15?
That's a 2.
Okay.
That's a 1. A natural 1.
7.
Okay. All right. You feel this terrible feeling in the pit of your stomach, and you watch as you see that your abdomen sort of just twist inwards. You all take
15 fails, see?
No, 15 succeeds. You're fine.
What about 12?
12 to fail. You all take 9 points of necrotic damage.
Boy, have that. So, am I having it to 4 or 5?
4. Lumia, you're up.
Grunting at the horrible necrotic damage. Another star forms in my hand, and I fling it at him
Mm-hmm.
for an 18.
Ooh, that hits.
So that is 10 radiant damage.
Nice.
And then that's my bonus, and with my action, I basically so I've got my little lenses, and I'm pulling them out and saying, moonlight is terrible for my observations at night, but hopefully it will do some good here. And I will cast Moonbeam.
Ooh, okay.
It's a 5-foot radius, 40-foot tall, so it just appears in a little opening in the air above him, and a column of moonlight shines down on him, and then it won't do anything until the start of his turn.
Okay. Then it's your turn, Lumiere.
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right. So at the start of its turn, how much damage does it take?
So it's, I believe it's a con save first, DC 13.
It's natural 12 for +3, so 15. I actually had disadvantage because of Hex. 14.
Okay, nevertheless, so it takes half of 2d10. Let me roll that.
Just a question, Joe. Did it not also trigger when you first cast it because it's the first time that the creature enters the spell's area?
Well, I don't know. It's let me read it again here. But it says when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn. So I assume
Right. Okay. On their turn.
it doesn't
Yeah.
say its
That makes
turn
sense.
or starts its turn there. But so when it first goes in there, or if it's already there, I think it has to wait till
Okay.
its turn.
That's really interesting. I've always had Moonbeam deal damage on cast, but I guess it doesn't.
Hey, I'll take it.
I'm not your DM today. Damage is halved when Kira's in charge.
Oh Christ! Half of 5.
Ooh.
When something's
Big
put down,
two,
put
big
down,
2 radiant damage.
Ooh!
I thought that too, Moon, but I think reading it, he is correct.
Okay. At the start of its turn, you watch as it holding Ak. I want to give Ak a chance here. Just give me. Yep. Give me a. You the athletics, or you can give me just give me an athletics check.
Do I have advantage on this? Because it's a strength?
It's considered a strength check. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was just general strength checks. 20.
20? Oh, nice. So as you watch this begins to try and pull you inwards, you manage to pry yourself apart. You stick the shaft of the great axe out and force the tentacle open, and you're able to slip out enough for it to try to engulf you. At this point in time, it is going to slam down on Benedict. That's it. 18.
18 exactly hits.
Oh, sweet. You take. Ooh, that was really 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
15.
15, yeah.
Okay.
And
now I'm fucked up, Vesuvius.
I'm throwing a 6 at you. Don't look at me. Look what they threw.
the second one is a miss. This is 16.
Okay, cool.
But as it slams down on you, you are currently now grappled. The tentacle wraps around you.
Right before that, Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. He has to make a dex save.
Yeah, it's not high, but it's something.
15 on his dex save.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he succeeds, but let's see. It's still half damage, so let's see how much that would be. So,
By the way, can I just say this is
7, 8,
sick-ass
15.
battle
So
music?
that's 7 fire damage.
Kira and I
Damage.
always use this battle music. It's so good.
It's so awesome.
It's copyright free too.
Yep.
Happy days.
Okay. At the end of it's now Benedict, you're up currently. You're currently wrapped in this giant tentacle that's kind of beginning to constrict around you. So you're currently considered grappled. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're considered grappled.
I'm considering what to do here. Um, I'm counting on my strength to wrangle my way out is very much a gamble because I'm not very strong. So I think, and this is a huge risk on my side, I'm gonna instead cast Inflict Wounds, which is a touch spell.
Okay.
And I'm definitely touching it if it's grappling me.
You can make this with advantage since it's like you're right there.
Yeah, no. Does the 14 hit?
It doesn't hit.
God damn it! Then it misses completely.
Okay. So like as you go to touch it, he watches his eyes rear toward you, and then you see the mouth kind of like opens and kind of quivers. Roll your damage.
Really? But I missed.
Roll your damage.
Okay. Where is my other? Okay, so that's gonna be 12 damage, supposed to be.
12 damage. So as you go to touch this, as you go to touch the flesh, it slightly moves out of the way instinctively. But as the mouth opens, it begins to absorb the necrotic energy from your hand. As it does, you watch the body slightly grows larger, and the wounds that it's inflicted begin to heal up.
Stop healing it. Stop healing it.
Don't worry, I'm gonna die pretty soon, so that's gonna be.
Stop healing it.
fun.
Then it's your turn, Benedict?
Yeah, I did pretty much everything that I can.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action. It's going to slam down toward Ak. That hits. It's 21.
What? No.
21 doesn't hit you?
Yeah, of course it is.
I'm about to say, what? I'm like, what did I miss in the last second? That's 14 bludgeoning damage, halved for you.
How?
Ak, you're up.
Easy.
I don't know how to do math. Okay. I'll swing at him again. Because, yeah, doesn't know how to do anything but swing. Yeah. Can I
That
crit him?
misses.
Question mark? How about
Oh, wait, do you have the thing? Oh, there we go.
I have advantage with pack tactics, and my allies are next to him.
Oh, okay, good.
Technically, one's wrapped in him.
That's a 15 to hit.
Yeah, it's
That is a 10 damage.
okay. All right. Did it end your turn, Ak?
I don't think I have any bonus action, so yep.
Okay, cool. Litho, you're up. Vesuvius on deck.
I think you all know what's gonna happen. But it's gonna go crazy. And okay, so as the pages stop, it lands on the tale of the renowned duelist. As I read about the many fights this person has, the picture on the page like comes to life. And if any of you play League of Legends, it has a funny resemblance to Fiora. So it's this like sleek woman with a fencing rapier, and she quickly dashes over to Ak and slashes at this monstrosity.
Okay.
Dealing.
Attacked by my own teammate. What the fuck?
What?
I thought you were attacking me. I was like, what the fuck?
Dealing 5 damage.
Okay. It just hits. There's no save or anything.
No, it just hits.
Okay.
It hits and takes force damage.
Okay.
And then after she slashes, she'll disappear.
All right.
Just a reminder that I'm at 1 HP.
It's okay, I've just run out of bardic dice, so now I can start using my spells.
And it's a turn for the throw. It is going to. He watches it takes legendary action, opens his mouth. Con saves, please.
Everyone?
Yep. Everyone except no, everyone.
That's another 15.
Yeah, I failed.
Con save.
I got a
I
5.
failed that for sure. I
I'm
got a
down.
5 as well.
I also got a 5!
Damn, we're good at this.
13.
Okay. All right.
I don't suppose 5 is the save.
No. Yeah, anyone below 14, they're taking 6 points of necrotic damage.
Is Benedict still alive?
Yes, is down again.
Benedict's down and wrapped in the tentacle, down, hanging, swinging.
How close
watch
is
as-
Benedict to the altar?
He's about like 15 feet from it.
I'm only kidding, Benedict. I promise you, I will leave you behind.
Yeah, so you as it swings, the tongue begins to wrap around Benedict's face. Vesuvius, you're up.
Fine. Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm not rolling on that shitty fucking website. That's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
That's a D10. That's 6 plus 3. That's 9 plus a D6. That's a 6. So that's 9, 15 damage. And then I will throw a heal at Benedict. Have 4 HP.
All right, Benedict, you're back up with 4 HP. As you wake up,
Actually, sorry. I just realized I can roll 2 of those dice at once. I would expend the rest of my bonus actioning. And instead give him 6 HP. Sorry,
Okay.
I thought the second D6 might help. Apparently it didn't. I tried.
That's so hot of you.
Yes, I used. I'm out of healing lights now.
okay. As you strike with the Eldritch Blast, you see as like looks like the bruising where it was left, it kind of roars out a little bit in pain, showing signs of damage. And your turn, yeah.
That is in my turn. Yeah.
Okay. Lumiere, you're up.
All right. Bonus action, throw a star at him.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just ask quickly, Kira? Eating a good berry, bonus action or action?
I mean, you already have it, right?
Yeah, we all have it. Well, I
If
don't.
you
I
have
don't,
it-
but they do.
Oh, yeah, if they have it, I'll consider it as a bonus action. Yeah. Like a potion.
Well, that's a natural 1 on the throwing the star at him. That's no good.
It's gonna hit, right?
You need some dice, Joe.
I
This
believe-
website's evil.
I believe I will, Fuck. I'm just gonna cure wounds myself.
Okay.
Excellent decision. I think Benedict's got the least HP, but we're all nearly dead, right? Lithral's not doing well either.
Alright, I get back 7. I'm still not happy.
Okay. Ninja turn, Lumiere.
Yes, I believe so. It doesn't seem like running real far away is going to do that much. I don't know. Everybody's pretty close. Trying to figure if, like...
It's true, actually.
If I wasn't hearing his horrible baby shoulder scream so loudly, would I be in better shape? All my shit's got good range. Let me check one thing. Yeah, let me just back up 15 feet. It may not make any difference, but that's what I'm going to do. Sort of 15 feet away from the thing. That'll be my turn. Thank you.
Okay, nice. And you stand right next to the portcullis. Okay, it is its turn. It begins to shamble over and move.
Constitution save, please.
Yes, it
For
does.
the moonbeam.
Yep. With disadvantage because of Hex. That is a fail. Yeah, he moved. You can take a top opportunity.
Oh my god, I rolled a 2 and a 3 again. This time he doesn't have the 5, he gets the full 5.
That hits, Ak.
13 damage.
Okay. Good hit. All right. So Brungzil walks over here, bringing Benedict with him.
Just to let you know, Kerry, you're not on a timer at all.
Okay. He's going to look at Lithro and slam down on Lithro.
Please don't.
15 to hit?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I 6 points of bludgeon damage. I rolled terrible on that.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm not picking him up.
That ends its turn. Benedict is up. He still has HP. But you're still grappled in the tentacle.
I'm just gonna roll to try and wriggle myself out of it because
Okay.
I have nothing else to do. That's gonna be a 6, so no.
Nope.
No action? That was your action?
What do you want me to do? I'm
No,
grappled.
I'm asking if that is the action or bonus action.
Uh,
I was asking Kira, not you.
Oh no, that well, I'll consider a bonus action, but grapple doesn't mean that you have disadvantage on attacks. It just means your speed is
You
0.
can't run away, yeah.
Oh,
You can still
Yeah.
shoot.
okay.
That's why I was confirming that it.
Then I'm
yeah,
gonna
just
fucking
grapple.
shoot it.
Because sometimes it's movement speed, sometimes it's a bonus action, sometimes it's an action. It depends on how you're being held.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking shoot it then, which is going to be does a 17 hit.
That hits.
Cool, fantastic.
Woo! Well, Benedict.
That's 12 damage.
Okay, nice, good hit. You're gonna shoot it in the face. It seems to like kind of like slightly buckle over, but it still keeps its body right. The baby head turns towards you and begins to scream. Then it's your turn, Benedict.
Yes, I
Alright.
used all of my spell slots at this point.
Okay. Ak, you're up.
I wonder what X is gonna do. Can I just roll a nat 20? Okay, I can roll a nat 1. I'll have to stop asking for things.
That hits.
The 15, not the nat 1, by the way, for those following the chat.
I would.
No,
I
for those
really
following
hope-
the chat, because it sounded like he was saying a nat 1 hit.
How much was that? 7? Okay.
I apologize. I didn't mean to ask for anything nice.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an action. Okay, that's it. That ends my turn.
All right. Lithro, death saving throw.
Does that fail?
Okay. Vesuvius, you're up.
I'm gonna look at Lithro's body on the floor. Shrug. Move 25 feet backwards.
What a dick.
I'm not risking my life to try and bring somebody back up who I don't think is going to contribute any damage. And then I will Eldritch Blast. That's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
That's a d12. Don't roll that for damage. That would be cheating. Ooh. We're doing damage. That's 10 and a 5. 15.
Okay,
Damage.
nice. Another good hit as it rears backwards and the tentacles begin to wriggle around. That was a nice hit.
I'm debating something, but
Okay.
frankly, I like holding onto my spell slots. I'm fine. I'll just stay as I am.
All right.
It means changing my concentration, which I don't think's worth it. So.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to take a legendary action. It's going to open its mouth wide and scream out.
Am I
Con
far enough
saves,
away
please.
yet?
25 feet. He kind of, he moved upwards. Lumiere is the only one who's actually out of range for this. Let me see.
How many legendary actions does this thing have?
Three,
gets legendary
three per
actions.
round.
Yep.
I love it when a plan like running away comes together.
Okay, I thought I was already 15 foot away. Am I not now 40 feet away?
Judging by this, no.
Oh.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's bizarre. Alright, cool. Con save, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
11.
Okay.
16.
Okay, nice pass.
Moan, you did a check, not a save. I don't know if you're proficient or not, but you might want to just add your proficiency modifier.
Wait, that's right. Just 14.
Okay, nice. That's what you needed. Anyone below 14, it's 4 points of necrotic damage.
I'm assuming unconscious literal can't hear and therefore takes nothing.
Yeah, Lithos takes nothing.
Good. I mean, I don't care, but but good. From a player perspective, thank fuck. From a character perspective,
Sundari ass. All right, Lumiere, you're up.
All right, happy that I've apparently been out of range of the scream. I'm going to go with the sure thing and use my action to simply move the moonbeam onto him. Because he's big, I think I can get it on him without hitting other people, probably. But, and then bonus action, throw the star. It's 11 to hit.
That misses. All right, it's his turn. He has to make a con save.
Please.
Okay. Oh, he failed.
Let's see if I can roll better than a 2 and a 3 this time. 2 10s for 20 radiant damage.
Explain to me his grisly demise.
Yeah, so because I had just moved it, let's say that I'm very happy, excited to be far away, and I just sort of twist my little lens, and the shaft of moonlight slides to the side, and he is, just sort of disintegrated by this light burning away all of his bizarre flesh.
Nice.
I really hate to like get involved in somebody else's death scene, but I really like not that scene like killing scene, but I want to push him on the altar as he's like dying and falling apart.
Okay, give me a strength check.
I'm not good at these, but okay. That's gonna be a 17.
Okay, yeah. So as the moonbeam kind of slashes down like the Akira chase scene, if anyone watched that anime. As the beam slams down, it tears through the body. Benedict, you take the time to use the gun to push yourself up and push him as he falls back, and he falls and slows over the entirety of the altar, and the flesh is burning. You just get this smell of this terrible, nauseating smell of burnt flesh as it is falling over the entirety of the altar, and the blood begins to kind of bubble and splatter. The chanting completely and utterly stops. Even though it's already stopped, I just didn't feel like doing it the entire time. And well, congratulations, guys. As you hear, as the chanting is completely stopped, and you stand around, you see the mist begins to clear.
I hate to interrupt, but at this moment, I think we're more focused on picking Lithrid up off the ground.
I mean, that's fine.
Can we feed him a good berry? Is that a thing?
I just lay on hands.
Oh, thank you.
Heal him for 10.
Okay. Sorry, Kira. Carry on. I just didn't want Lithrid on the floor.
It's fine.
Thank you.
I think you want him on the altar, to be honest.
No. I like Lithrid. He's healed me.
Yeah, so as you all begin to pick Lithrid up, you look around, you see at the tops that the images that you saw begin to all disappear one by one. You feel that there's at least down here, things have kind of come to a little bit of a rest. But as you turn to the left and you look and see where the body is slowly beginning to dematerialize, starting to flake into these tiny, small little, like ash. You see in the center of it, there's a leather-bound book.
I will go up to the altar and check out the book.
And as you pick the book up, you pick it up haphazardly, you hear king, king, something's fall out of it. You look down, and on top of the altar is like this jagged metal piece. As you look at it, it seems like it has some sort of design on it, but it's incomplete. And as you hold it, you can see that there's still some mist around, but it seems to, as you hold it, you hear a dull hum, and then the mist begins to recede.
Is it metal?
Yes, it's metal.
Okay, and what about the book?
As you begin to flip open the book, you see you have to kind of like pull apart some of the pages. Seems like it was maybe soaked in something. It's hard to tell. But as you check through the pages, you see that this is diary.
Okay. Reading it, do I ascertain whose diary, what they were writing about?
You flip through some of the pages, and you get to the first entry that seems legible. As you read it, you get to see it says, "Things have changed since our son. She's become distant and quiet. She doesn't utter a word, and he stares at herself in the mirror. Sitting in her own mess, she was beginning to smell terrible. I must fix this anyway. I think I can. You know what, but perhaps it's the children. Perhaps I should put them away until this is all resolved, and we have our son back." You maneuver and move the page. You see there's another entry. You see it says, "She finally snapped out of it at dinner. Whilst I was cutting her steak, I accidentally cut off the tip of my finger. However, that seemed to wake her up. Her smile made the pain of our loss go away. But soon, it won't be too long until she's finally smiling again. And I've returned him to us. Till we have returned him to us." And then you see the final entry at the back of the book. This one seems to be scrawled in some weird, not in the weird language, but it seems like it was, person was maybe manic, or can't even tell. You read this: "All of our experiments have led us to this. I've studied and I plotted. And if Strahd would not help me, and he thinks I'm some sort of joke, I'll show him. Power isn't something you're always born with. You can attain it yourself. And tonight, I'll prove that. When I bring my son back, and I promised, and they promised, we'll all be a happy family once again."
Oh my goodness. Okay, so the diaries of the dead.
You get the feeling that yes,
Presumably.
yes,
Yeah. The zombie, this is what I'm going to call it, the Frankenstein that we just killed. What? I know it had a child's head on its shoulder. It was just the singular one.
Yes.
Was the body male or female?
Primarily male.
Can I intrude there very quickly? Is the body flesh?
It is flesh.
And did it bleed?
It did bleed.
Okay.
Okay, there goes my theory that it was the mum. Okay, I will recount what I've read in the diary to everyone, and kind of not hand out to like for someone to take, but just kind of like stretch out my hand with the metal piece on it, to show everyone what it is if they wanted to take a closer look. Or
Vesuvius's mind is on something else, and he will head to the altar and drink.
You go to drink the
He
blood.
needs to feed.
All right. As you reach down into the body, you find a portion that's not as burned from the moonbeam. You pry the flesh back, and you
Can I?
sink
But
your
just
teeth.
before I do, I'd like to smell it, make sure it smells like human blood as opposed to.
It is human.
Yeah, then I'll
human,
drink.
it is human flesh. And you begin to ingest, and many times as you've done before, you get the memories.
wait,
Nice.
sorry, I have a question. How are you drinking the blood if the body's disintegrated?
It's partially. It's not completely gone.
It was the bit of the body that
Yeah.
was moonbeamed was disintegrated, right?
It's just how I chose to flavor it. It doesn't technically have to do that.
Oh, okay, I just thought
I'll
it was
just
a
find
full
like a leg or something that's been left
Yeah.
off.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, I thought it was badass, so I was like,
I
we're
haven't
gonna
fed in
mess
4
this.
days, so it's kind of needed.
So yeah, as you sink your teeth in, you get that rush, that feel of all the memories. You begin to see Gustav and his wife. You begin to see as how the rest of the cult would pretty much live here. They would lure in more passerbys and kill them over and over. You could see the nights that he was crying. You could see the night that his wife had hung herself. You can see how he used to keep her body around, tried to feed her, clothe her. You can see as he begins to look around, he's going to look around and he begins to pour through different books, and he's writing his own black leather bound book of these different these necrotic and necromantic magics. You then begin to see as he locked his children in the attic, and he made his way down to the altar. His wife sat upon the throne. And you can see that after so many failures, he figured that perhaps it was a father's connection that could bring the son back. And you just watch as he laid himself on the altar and stabbed himself, bleeding out. And you get one other memory that it doesn't make the connection. And then you get to see it. You get another quick memory as you see that his wife is alive. You see as she's crying. You can see Gustav in the hands on the arms of the nursemaid. You can see her pregnant. You get another quick flash of how the wife killed the nursemaid, wanted to take the baby for themselves, and instead ended up killing the child by accident. And then as you finish drinking, you feel refreshed, but those memories are still kind of settling in the back of your mind.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. Vesuvius turns to the group. Unfortunately, sometimes I see the memories of those I feed upon. This is a mixture of man and his child. And the things he did to try and bring his child back are truly dark. That's all I'll share.
I you said before in that like when the dad went to do the ritual on himself, that the wife was in the throne. On the throne. Is her skeleton still sat on the throne?
It is.
Okay. I am going to say a prayer for this man and his child to the Morning Lord to give him peace and child peace. And then I am going to walk over to the throne and do the same for the wife.
You say the prayers. You pray over their bodies. How are you? How is your position? Are you standing with hands clasped? Are you kneeling? Hands clasped?
I'm constantly carrying the book like a kid, like a nerd in school, like just arms around it, like to my chest. So I'm holding my book like that. So that's why my arms are, but like my head's bowed.
Yeah. As you bow your head and say these prayers, you feel a slight touch on your shoulder. You look to the left and you see smaller hands, very familiar, before they just kind of dissipate. As you look up toward the throne, the skeleton was still sitting proper. You watch as it finally crumbles, sits in the chair. You look closer and you see something glinting in the ashes.
Um, I will investigate to see what it is.
As you lay your hand in the ashes, you find small signet ring, amethyst jewel on it.
Um, I mean, I'm a bard, so I don't really know if this is a thing. Do I sense any like magic on it or anything?
So no magic on this.
No, it's just a ring.
Just a ring.
It's just a ring. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with that because I'd like to like put it somewhere in the house, but I ain't going back into the house. So instead, I will go over to. So the white skeleton's not there, right?
Yeah,
turned
it's completely gone. It's just turned to ash.
Yeah. So I will head over to the Zombo and place the ring on his finger.
Okay. You place the ring on the finger. You watch as the rest of the body finally begins to melt away. As it melts away, you hear a certain shifting behind beyond the portcullis. And Lumiere, are you still next to the portcullis?
Yeah, I think I'd probably still be over in that way. I'm very concerned about a way out of here, so.
Okay. So as you're standing looking at the portcullis, you turn over and you see as the shadows kind of like lift away. You see that reliquary room is gone. And it's just a singular flood of light and a staircase leading upwards.
Things in the room back here have changed. It may be a way out. This would feel a lot more like a success if we got the hell out of this house.
Perhaps, but looking at the state of these two, and I'll sort of gesture towards Lythrin and Benedict, perhaps a little time first for them.
Well, thank you for your concern, brother. But oh my goodness. But there is no need. I will touch myself. Sounds so wrong. And then no, I won't. What am I talking about, Josh? Idiot. I will take out my teacup, which is empty. It's always empty. And then magically appear tea inside of it, drink it, cure wounds myself, and then repeat said thing and offer it to Benedict.
You didn't think to perhaps save those spell slots for the next combat. Alright, very well. I'm
sorry.
A short rest would have been a...
Instead, should we be sleeping in a fucking crypt?
No, just taking an hour's break.
A wet one.
That's 11
11.
healing for both of us. If Benedict chooses to drink the tea this time.
I really could have used that rest.
What?
I really could have used that rest.
Not you, Benedict.
Oh well. Did Benedict drink the potion?
I did.
Good.
Okay.
Perhaps we can just see how it looks back in the next room. It may even be a better place to rest.
Of course.
Yes, I agree. We don't want to encounter any more dangers before rest. But
There's nothing left here. We should make our way out.
Very well.
Alright.
I'll light
I
up
will eat one of my good berries, just for the hell of it.
I'll light up the rod and, with Lumiere, I guess, lead the way. How's Ak looking? I'm assuming he's alright.
I wouldn't say I'm hurting. I could use some heals, but it's not that.
Alright. So you would also benefit from short rest. Cool.
Rest
We'll
heals.
move onwards. Yeah, and see what we find. As we
So
go
you guys,
into the light.
You head out. Using Act to hold the portcullis open for you with the wheel, and you guys all slip out of it, and back into this area that was once a reliquary. As you begin to ascend the staircase, you see it brings you back into the continually going upwards. It brings you back into the first floor. As you walk back in, you see now the house is decrepit. It's old. Whatever was done or whatever you did may have released this house. You guys head toward the door. Heading out to the door. You leave out back into the mist
Perhaps we might rest in the front room before we walk out.
if you want to.
Yeah,
Up
it's
to you.
good. Yeah, it's good to see that we can get out, but here might be better than in the mist.
I'm not even sure we can take a short rest in the mist, can we? I think
In the mist, I wouldn't recommend it.
No, I think Kira said no to that the first time. It's just that if we enter a fight before I've had a short rest, I am going to do nothing. No, I have a spell slot, but I'd rather have two.
I kind of like this house better in this state, anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, if we can take a short rest there,
Please do.
allow you guys to heal up, and I will take some spell slots back.
If the house is normal now, why don't we just take a long rest?
Because it's like 11 o'clock in the morning, isn't it? Didn't we get up from a long rest just before we started that fight?
No, time moves weirdly in the murder house.
It does move really in the house, but yeah, when you walked outside toward the mist, you can see that it is daytime. It's kind of hard to determine what time of day, but it is daytime.
Yeah. We can take a long rest if needed, but I certainly wouldn't.
I don't get anything for a short rest.
No, you're not at a high enough level to get your bardic inspiration back in, are you? But yeah, so well, you just use your spell slots. That's all I got for you. Yeah, that was a thing. But I'm assuming the children who lured us in are no longer present outside.
We set them to rest, James.
Yeah, I know, but it's still worth checking in this damn place.
Did it work?
When you walked outside, there are no children out here.
See, Josh, I told you I wasn't being truthful when I told you we never leave the murder house.
Shut the fuck up.
It's all a dream.
After we have our short rest, and then we leave, when everyone's outside, I want to close the front door, and then place one hand on the door, and then just say, I don't know, I didn't expect Lithral to be so religious, but he's gonna place one hand on the door and then say a prayer to the Morning Lord to let whatever, if any, spirits still remain in the house, to just let them be at peace.
As you do that, you feel a slight wind. You look to your left. You see the familiar white dress of the nursemaid. You see the other children. Nursemaid carrying a child. The wind blows again. You watch as they dissipate. You know that whatever was here was keeping him here, that you set them free. You put them at rest.
Seeing that, I'm gonna softly smile to myself. Did good work. And then follow everyone else.
Okay.
As we enter into the mists, I'm assuming we're just continuing the way that we were before, but we don't really know where we're going, do we, in this mist?
Yeah, oh, well, I don't know. I mean, I know the way to the monastery, but I don't know if the mist, obviously, is working against us.
As you walk forward a little bit beyond, out of the house, Durst's residence, you feel a slight, it's a little bit like a heat in your pocket. As you pull it out, you find that metal piece again. And you see as you kind of hold it up and the mist begins to recede. And now you see this terrible dark forest that flanks this long winding road. And in the far off distance you see smoke. The familiar smoke of a village.
Anyone else head that way?
Yeah, a place we can truly rest, brothers and sisters.
I sure hope so.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah. So you all begin to walk down this pathway. You can smell the familiar smell of wet grass, leaves, the sopping of your boots in the mud as you slowly pick up your feet as you're making your way down this road. You can hear sounds in the forest, some that seem to be the breaking of branches, and others you feel like you're being followed. You're not too sure. You continue walking down this pathway. The village kind of disappears from your sight as you kind of have to go down this hill. And you finally bring your way to this large stone archway, these two stone figures, of one holding a sword and one holding a shield. But you see it's this old ruins. The wood has been, I mean, not the wood, the stone has been broken down as if it's seen battle. Overgrowth of vines to wrap around the entirety of these statues. You see that the gate that was once blocking this archway has been torn down. And you maneuver your way forward, pushing down these the wood door, and making your way through, continuing up the path. The day begins to slowly transition from afternoon to late afternoon. You've been walking for hours. But you can see this village in the distance. It's close enough. By the time you arrive there, it's dark. Your legs are sore. You feel slightly damp and wet. But you finally make it to the village gates. There are no guards here. The gate itself is wide open. And at the top, it just says Barovia.
Does it appear abandoned?
Looking into the village, you still see stacks of smoke coming from some of the houses, but they're dotted. Not all of the houses here or establishments have smoke rising from them.
And does any of them look like a tavern?
As you begin to walk in deeper into the village, you can hear the wood banging against each other as you see that these shutters are being closed as you walk past them. You begin to walk through more and more through the city, and as you're getting closer and closer to what you assume is the main square, you can hear this terrible sobbing, and you see something else. This shoddy building. I mean, this wood is like really worn and decrepit, but you see this orange light of lantern light, of candle light, pouring into the main street. The door slightly open, and as you look up, you see it says Blood on the Vine Tavern.
Sorry to walk backwards, but did we pass any like farms or?
No.
Oh, okay, right, cool. Yeah. In that case, I'll turn to everybody and, well, a tavern. Not the most welcoming I've ever seen, but shall we?
Yes, can't be worse than where we've stayed so far.
Should we get you some dinner, Hack?
Yes, hungry.
Thought so. Alright, yeah, we'll head in.
As you head into the tavern, you only see a few patrons in here, as well as the bartender. The bartender is like bald head, pale but slightly rotund, as he's walking back and forth, cleaning glasses over and over and over again. To your left, you see a man whose hair is kind of covered, it's like covering his face, and he has a singular cup in front of him. And to your right, you see three women that sat around a table laughing amongst each other.
I'm going to go up to the bartender. As I do, I'm going to put my book in my bag, which does not feel right, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to say, brother, do you have any? Well, this tavern has, like, this tavern's an inn, right? Does it have rooms?
It does not have rooms. So as you look up to him and ask him, you watch as he stops suddenly, holding the glass and puts it down, and almost like stiffly he looks up to you. You see in his eyes are.
I was just gonna say, I suppose I ask him if there was a place to stay in town.
Okay. As he looks up to you, you see his eyes are blue, but they're milked over white. Mm-hmm. There are no rooms. Can I get you a drink?
Brother, are you feeling okay?
Food, you say? I'm feeling fine.
Are you sure? Your eyes. Grandma, that's so big.
Literal, the man's blind.
Oh shit.
Make an insight check.
Who, me?
Whoever.
Oh fuck!
Oh, I've decided he's blind.
I'm so used to just evil things happening that didn't even register in my mind that it was something so simple.
That's a 16.
That's a 20. A dirty 20.
You look at him. He's not blind.
Oh,
I was right.
literal, the man's possessed. I'm not saying that out loud. I'm just joking.
I know you're not.
I fucking hope not. I was gonna do something, but I don't think it'll work.
Just looking through my possible spell list, I have blindness and deafness. I was just thinking, I can make the fucker blind. Sorry, carry on, literal.
What exactly is his temperament? Other than just, going through the motions.
Looking at him, it's kind of hard to discern. It's kind of hard for you to get a read on him. He just seems to be.
Because, what I wanted to do is kind of, playing fast and loose with a spell. What it does.
Well, tell me what you want to do.
I wanted to see if I could cast Calm Emotions on him to maybe relax him, maybe not have him so monotone. I don't know. But it's not there's not anything what the spell does.
Try it.
Okay, fine. He needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, he's gonna fail it.
What?
He's gonna fail it.
Oh, great. So, I'm gonna get out my I will. The music will. I mean, I suppose it's an area, so other people might want to fail it too. In the tavern, as the notes hum through the air, a calming atmosphere kind of sits on the tavern.
Okay, so as you begin to cast the spell, and the notes begin to kind of swirl about him, you watch as you hear the glass shatters that he was holding. His eyes open. He begins to scream before he begins to slam his face repeatedly on the bar.
Okay, I'm gonna try and grab him or throw a bunch of my scarves on the side so it's not as a hard surface.
I'll take him by the back of the neck with a mage hand as well to help.
Okay.
Give me a strength check with advantage.
Great, I'm gonna need it. Oh, that's a nat 20 for a 19.
Nice.
Nat 20 for a 19. That's my man. Woo!
As you hear him repeatedly smack his head against the bar as the blood begins to pour out, he pulls back and you see he wants to you're kind of like pushing up against him as he's repeatedly screaming over and over and over again. You saw one thing. You saw in the back of his head there's a burrow hole going into his brain. And you saw an insignia of a VM in the back.
Okay, did anyone else in the tavern react when I cast that spell?
No.
Okay. Okay. So I've held him back. Is he like struggling to like get out, or
He's trying to repeatedly slam his head again.
okay? Okay. I'm gonna turn around to the group. Or maybe. Okay. I'm gonna try and do all this myself.
Vesuvius will watch calmly while holding the body with Mage Hand.
Okay, I need to roll something.
You're gonna tell him a story?
No,
Oh, that's disappointing.
I'm not. Okay, how much HP does he have?
Not a lot.
Okay, I rolled him. Does he have 19 or less?
Yes.
Great. So since I'm holding him back, so I can't play my flute, instead I'll just whistle. As I whistle, it's gonna put him to sleep.
All right. He falls over.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like gently like lower his body to the ground.
Okay. You slightly have to try as he doesn't fall forward. You kind of pull him over the bar, and
At this moment, do
set
we
him
all
down.
see the burr hole?
Yeah, we see it.
Literal. Look at the back of his head.
I know, brother. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it is. It's clearly something that's affecting him. And then I'm gonna
Nobody would still be alive after that wound. Is that correct, Kira? Right? It's proper like drill hole into his brain.
but then
He's
I'm
not
gonna
alive.
get closer to. Why do I not know your name?
Vesuvius.
Vesuvius. And I'm gonna whisper. The other patrons haven't reacted. This may not be a time to be speaking loudly.
Yeah, I was definitely going to try to see if we see anything on the other heads.
Yeah, Lumia. As you look around, you see as the three women are just sitting there, just looking and just laughing at Lithral as he begins to struggle, and the other guy has kind of looked up. You're wasting your time. That there's a forlorn.
Is a what? Sorry.
Is a forlorn. Basically, flesh golem.
Oh.
You see that insignia on his back, and you see on the back of his head, he gets up, picks up his chalice, and drinks and puts it down.
Can I sort of make a motion with my head at Lumiere to walk round the guy? Look at him from the other side, like.
No, that's fine. Give me a stealth check on this. You want to use your head or your hand? Depending on what you do. Stealth or sleight of hand, depending on what you want to try and do.
It doesn't matter. It just
They're both
doesn't matter. No,
Okay,
what doesn't matter is I've rolled a 5
Okay.
with a +2.
Okay. So as he's walking towards you all, and he sees, he kind of looks at Lumiere. He flips his hair up, so you can see that there's no insignia or burr holes on his back.
Ah, that seems to have fixed my twitch.
Well, then, is there anyone in town where some non-golden flesh might take a rest?
Question: who's holding the chest?
Me,
You're holding the chest, so you have it out in the open.
always.
Yeah? Okay. Much as he looks, and he narrows his eyes to Vesuvius. Where the hell did you get that chest?
Would you believe me if I told you in the middle of a forest? Because that's the truth.
I'm not too surprised.
Mm.
Shit.
Why? You know something?
Come with me.
Who's me?
My name is Ismark. They call me Ismark the Lesser around here.
Okay. Is there a reason why we should speak to you and not Esmark the Greater? I'm not going to ask that out loud. And
Are you friends of Brandon?
Where is Brandon?
Who is Brandon?
He is the man who was bringing the chest originally.
Where is Brandon?
Unfortunately,
You didn't feel like mentioning that
Yes.
sometime along the last 3 days. Okay, fair enough.
The entire town has been
I knew
seized.
very little about him, but except his death, unfortunately. If I
Brandon's dead.
remember, we
The
were
entire town is.
trying to. Yes. Last I saw him, he was being attacked by a beastly creature. We thought he was going to pull through and give us some directions, but it did not work out.
Damn it.
One of the tiefling generals of the Devil of Borovia came into town and
Which general?
did we ever get her name? I don't think that we got her.
Her. You're not talking about Orlista, are you?
She is a tiefling and she is.
Orlista.
She can make your blood boil, and that
Does
must
she-
be her.
Does she know you're here?
I do not know. She last we saw her, she sent us on a. Well, last I saw her, she killed me, and last we all saw her, she sent us running into the forest.
Not me. Wasn't there. She doesn't know I'm here.
I don't know what
No,
happened to
that was
Zek.
the old you.
What?
She might have left with a former acquaintance of ours.
What, Josh?
Go on, spit it out.
But I have a note that says that Barovia sent the attack on the town.
And that's what I said. A general of the, one of the tiefling generals of the Devil of Borovia
Yeah, but we're in Barovia.
came into town and destroyed it.
Barovia. And I know it's confusing. Barovia is also like the place, but there's also a village called Barovia.
Right. Okay.
It's like Barovia City.
Right. Okay. Then instead of being confused about that, I'm gonna walk up to Ismark. What's a flesh golem?
Well, he walks over and you watch as well. This one's rightfully probably fucked, but he kind of moves the he was wearing like a apron, but as he moves it, you see that there's parts of the flesh that are stitched, and you can see that the colors don't match, but it seems like it was like painted over in order to match a singular skin tone color. These things are made by Victor Mordenheim and Lamortia. Makes flesh golems.
Why?
Because they're twisted fucks, that's why.
And because they're useful, I assume.
That too.
Okay,
Did you just say they're useful?
Well, I mean, he was executing a role as a bartender, was he not? Until
was.
you
Did you not?
until
Did
you
not?
spooked him.
I think
with all due respect, I am not here to discuss flesh golems. If you know
Then
anything
leave.
about this chest, please take
no.
us to where we can talk about it.
I'm not... Benedict, we need all the information we can get, regardless of whether you're interested in it or not.
What do you mean, useful bartender? When I calmed his mind, he screamed and tried to end his own
You
life.
called that calming his mind? You might need to work on some of that pan flute playing. Yes, he went insane when you played him the flute, but until that moment, he was
He
executing a
go
role as a bartender, was he
insane.
not?
He didn't go insane. His mind was clouded over.
Ah,
My magic cleared that, and his reaction to that was to kill himself.
well, allow me to
try
rephrase.
Sorry, I'm not
Until
gonna
you-
speak his voice, I'm
until
so
you-
riled up.
Until you calmed his mind, he was enacting a role for them. My question was in the nature of these flesh golems, I assume, are also executing other roles.
Yeah, Vesuvius isn't wrong. Most of the, how do we say, darker denizens here usually employ flesh golems to do a multitude of things.
I'm just saying that we may come across others performing normal roles in the future. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, you get my point? I'm just saying that we should be aware that we may encounter them multiple times and that they may
We should put it in. Sorry. So I pent up from this.
Literally, I understand your anger, and it's not something that's right. I'm just clarifying that this is not a one-off.
Then we should put an end to it, brother.
Seems like a noble cause and a good way to die. What do you know about this chest, Esmok?
Well, first of all, I know one thing. We're not going to talk about it here. Let's go. My house isn't too far from here.
Perhaps you might explain to Lithral the nature of the people that create these flesh golems as well.
Yeah, sure.
Lithral has a good, kind heart, but not the best. What's the word?
I don't have the greatest
survival
exposure to
instinct.
the outside world. Hey, speak for yourself. I was hiding in the shadows.
I was full
fucking get you
health.
killed here.
Sorry, just really quickly, did you say the names of the people that created them?
Yeah.
Victor Mordenheim.
Victor Mordenheim.
Aye. So I don't know why I decided to answer that question for you, Kieran. I was very proud that I'd taken a note, so I thought I would repeat it. I took this note.
All good. Tell me, seeing that Lithral, how does that make you feel?
Very incredibly upset, incredibly sad. He would ideally like to, I mean, not necessarily kill Victor to stop him, but would like to try and, convince him to stop. And then any flesh golems we come along the way, cast calm emotions on them, and if they react the same way that the bartender did, kind of put them out of misery.
Speaking of which, how long does...
Lithral's what's just happened, in Lithral's head, he sees it as that person, whether they're a person or not, whether they have consciousness or not, or sentience or not, is them, kind of realizing what they were, and then, trying to stop it so they're no longer that.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lithral sees it as if we can't help them, then we should at least stop them from being in pain or agony or whatever.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
That makes sense. So what were you saying, James?
Yeah, you only put him to sleep for a minute, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming during the duration of our conversation and going out, does the man awake with his mind reclouded?
Yeah. As you wake up, the calm emotions goes away, and the sleep. He watches his eyes open, and he looks toward Lithral. Would you like a drink?
Excellent. I'll walk out. I was just checking that. Lithral, come.
Lithral's heart just broke.
Give me a sanity check, please. Sanity. That was some saving throw.
Lithral, we will be able to help them, but not like this.
That's a 4.
And not in public. We need to be careful.
6 points for your sanity, please.
What sanity?
I feel like Lithral's sanity is not going to be so much as go insane as more just going to off himself.
So as Mark begins to walk you through the town of Barovia, the mist still beginning to culminate and begin to pour through the streets, but they seem to be kept at bay with the peace that you hold through. In the distance, you can still hear the sobbing of a woman. But it begins to drown out a bit more as he takes you up this hill to this larger house. You see the gate is rickety and rusted. But you see on the outside, you can see that the windows have been boarded up. And the outside of it has these deep claw marks that have been gashed. And as you all look, as Mark kind of turns over, he looks over his shoulder. Don't worry about that. They don't come anymore. Well, for now. The devil of Barovia has been sending things here since my sister's gone missing. Unfortunately, she's back home. As he begins to walk, he opens the door, and you're ushered into this house that is just dark. There's shades that cover the windows, there's dust that's just been packed and just growing and falling on everything. It looks like this house hasn't been lived in. Says sorry for the appearance, but it's not really all that important now, is it? He looks to the left and he picks up this candlestick and he lights it as he begins to lead you through the living room that's still covered in dust and cobwebs.
Yeah, about that. I'm holding Vesuvius at the entrance. I'm not letting him in.
Okay. So
You what? What are you doing, sorry?
I am holding you at the entrance and I'm not letting you in.
Would you like to move?
Would you like to tell me what is to you and this chest, to you and to us?
What is to you to the chest to us? I'm sorry, Joe, can you repeat?
Would you like to tell me? What is your business with this chest and with us?
My business with you guys was that you looked in trouble. I tried to help. I did help. We saw you come back from the grave. We got lost in a murderous house and now we're together. And the only thing that's come out of it is this chest, which you now tell me is a curiosity piece, it would seem, to a lot of people. I understand that Strahd wanted it, so that's a very, very good reason for me to keep it anywhere but near Strahd. Sorry, not Strahd, sorry, Barovia wanted it. What's the fucking man's name?
Strahd.
It was Strahd, yeah, I was right.
We don't know that. We don't know Strahd.
Yeah, you do. The clever
But we
little
know
woman.
Strahd in terms
No,
of
the
murder.
clever little woman said that he wanted it to
We
everybody.
know the name.
Yeah,
We
but
know
we
the name
did-
Strahd. We don't know that he is the devil of Barovia
Yeah,
at this point.
but when she had that conversation with your ex-character, we weren't around.
Didn't Esmond
So we don't
just
know
tell
the
us
connection.
about it?
We don't know the connection between Strahd and the chest.
Is that correct? Sure.
What did you say? I couldn't hear you over both Josh and
That Strahd doesn't. No, none of these people know that Strahd wants the chest.
There was mention so. No, you do know.
Yeah, she
No,
yelled
we
at
know it.
everybody from outside, bring the chest out or die.
Brandon said it too.
And Brandon
What we
said it,
know
yeah.
is that the devil of Barovia wants his chest.
Okay, yeah, cool.
We never named the devil of Barovia Strahd. We encountered
Yeah,
the name
we
Strahd,
don't
but
know
we never
that-
connected it to.
You guys don't know that Strahd is the devil of Barovia.
At this point,
Are you
no.
walking around with your
No.
ears and eyes closed? Everybody in Barovia knows that Strahd is the devil of
Then
Barovia,
why
don't they?
then why did no one mention it when we were in the murder house and we found out about Strahd in there?
Nobody called him Strahd before we encountered that diary.
Yeah, no, we didn't hear Strahd's name before we went into the murder house.
They are right about that.
Right,
So
okay,
Brandon only called him the devil of
Right,
Barovia.
okay, so yes, the fact that I know that the devil of Barovia wants this chest is the reason I think it's best to keep it away from him. That's the logic I'm giving you.
Mhm. Yeah, Zek knew it because Orlista told
Yeah,
him, and
yeah,
he
no.
took it with them.
But that's besides the point. It's the devil of Barovia wants the chest. I see it good reason to keep it away from him, and I'd like to know what it is. Is there a particular reason that you have decided to wait till now, after I've saved your bacon a couple of times, until you ask me what my
Bacon.
purpose is? We could have left you dead back there, you know. Both times.
And I know very well that you might have. And that is my problem.
Well, the thing is you've got to see it from my perspective, right? Literal is a kind-hearted soul. Lumiere is practical above all else, and, well, though he might be a little short on the intelligence straws, Axe certainly seems to fight for the better cause. You, however, don't seem to know which side you fall on. Sorry, Moon. Didn't mean to cut you off.
I said that's what I was going to say.
That's what we were going to say. Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. But yes, you, however, it's harder to tell which side you fall on. If we had to make a sacrifice, to me, it seemed like we sacrificed the one that might potentially be evil.
Do you think that your actions in the murder house are any sort of indication that you know which side you are on?
Oh, I know which side I'm on. I don't particularly care whether you know which side I'm on. And besides, I want to find out about this chest. If you'd move out the way.
Okay, so let me put it to you very fucking clearly, Vesuvius.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know that I can trust you because, unlike you, my personal fate is intertwined with this chest. Our personal fates, all of our personal fates, are intertwined with this chest.
Yes. You're not the
If you
only
do
ones.
so much to prove me that,
You're not the only ones, but to answer your question, no. You can't trust me. I will act in my own interests before I act in yours. Now, are you
Then
going to move out the way?
no, I am
Oh, good.
deeply
I'll
Is there-
uncomfortable with.
Is there a problem here? What, Benedict, what is going on?
I am deeply uncomfortable with Vesuvius hearing anything having to do with this chest.
Quite frankly,
fact
I'm
that you
somewhat
are-
uncomfortable with you hearing anything at this point, but I decided to trust you because you helped me back at the house in the music room. But Vesuvius has helped me as much as you have. When someone you're traveling with for a short time comes back from the dead with the horns regrown and a troubling look about him, but he helps you, well, that's good enough for me for now. But he has helped me just as much as you.
If it eases Benedict's mind a little, perhaps, Lumiere, you should carry the chest.
That won't be happening.
Why? You have
Well,
no,
your
I
commitment
have
to it is a bit strange,
seen-
Vesuvius,
You
but I don't really mind.
you have no connection to the chest. Why should you be carrying
I'm
it?
trying to tell you of my connection to the chest. I saw this chest in a vision. It told me where to go. It told me where to meet you guys. It told me where the chest would be. I saw myself collecting it.
He is
Do
following
I-
as much as we are, friends.
Okay, I don't have the memory for this. Have we told him that before?
No.
That's why we've got the
No.
chest?
No.
Okay, so it's not like you're lying to us.
No, so as far as I'm concerned, I've had the vision and you haven't, which is why I'm not giving you the chest.
Right. Okay, yeah. 'Cause for a second, I was like, have we told him that? And then he's saying that to like
No.
okay, then at the sound of that, I will say, I will put my hand on his shoulder. And say, brother, you're not the only one.
Ah.
That is why we are all here.
Well, that
Yeah, it's
makes
not. Can you get
things
the fuck inside?
interesting. Does that
Have this
include?
conversation.
Does that include you? And I'll point to Benedict. Did you also
Unfortunately
have?
for you, it does.
I have no problem with you having the vision. I just wondered if that's why you challenged me. Now I understand the reason I wouldn't give the chest up is that I thought I was the only one. Regardless, I'm assuming you will find it easier for me and then I'll gesture towards Lumiere to carry it than for the rest of you, as you need your hands in combat, do you not? And I shall offer the chest to
Frankly,
Lumiere.
so do I.
Oh, do you? Okay, cool. I don't. So
Yeah.
on that note,
Well, technically speaking, although I never describe it, I have a shield, so like
oh, right.
to use my
Okay.
other hand to do spellcasting.
A sensible idea. Yeah, sure. I don't mind if somebody else wants to carry the chest at this point. Vesuvius' attitude will probably change a little bit towards you, but I would definitely like to hear what this Esmark has to say.
All right. Okay. Just bring the chest aside. Put it down. Just be careful. I know you guys have been moving around, and I don't know where you guys have been. You smell like death.
We've been visiting it recently. Well, some of us.
Oh. That's that's not unusual here in Barovia. As you put the chest down, he kind of puts the candlestick down and begins to like look it over like very carefully and just rubs his hand across it. I'm sorry, I don't have much to offer you here. I got a little bit of ale if you want some of that.
I want food.
I see what I can do, Ak. He kind of leaves and comes back with some old bread, stale as shit, some meat. It's not that great. And he sets it
Throw it all
down.
in my mouth.
Yep. Oh. All right.
Ek, if
My
you
name-
have controlled yourself up until now, eat one of those pieces of fruit. It should make you feel rather full.
Oh, I forget you have fruit.
Well,
I'm gonna eat my good berry.
all right.
Oh,
I already
I
told you that-
hungry after eating that shit. But I forgot about it.
Hey man, it was so long ago.
Oh yeah, it was just a century ago.
Yeah, right.
I'm just glad he didn't shove them both in his mouth immediately. The fact that he still has them now is exciting.
Actually, completely stupid.
What's
Just choose to be
What?
stupid.
what's the kind of like trash lying around this house? Like, because you said it's kind of like all over the place. Yeah. So it's just
Yeah,
like kind of.
If you look around, it originally this stuff was there was like a lot of nice, because like, a lot of nice furniture, but it's all dusty and old. Some of it's been torn. You can see that there are a lot of like these silver. Even the candlestick that he was holding was made of like silver, and this is very nice. Like you can see that this house once maybe looked like it belonged to like maybe someone noble, royal. You're not too sure, but now it's in a state of disarray. Even if you look at the fireplace, the marble work is very like expert craftsmanship.
Okay.
He looks around. I already told you my name's Ismark. My father is the Burgermeister here at Barovia. Oh, he was.
Sorry, he's the what?
Burgermeister.
Burgermeister.
Yeah.
Like master of burgers.
No, Burgo.
Okay. Do we know what that
Yes,
is?
the master of burgers.
If I'm not, yeah, right, Master of Burgers.
I'm so confused. He's the Burgermeister. I was like, and you're
It's
giving us
just
stale bread?
No.
It's essentially a
Master
mayor.
of the bird.
Yeah.
It's a mare. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Those who are better.
It's like
knowledgeable
yeah, it's like
than me.
like master of citizens, etc., etc. Yeah.
Okay, cheers. Never heard.
So as the my father was the Burgermeister. I say was because unfortunately he's dead upstairs.
Upstairs?
Yeah,
This is a
I haven't had
recent
quite recently. Yes. That there in that chest is my sister Irina.
one? Sorry, just to go backwards. There's a dead body upstairs, and we've got your sister in a chest here. Any other corpses, dead people lying around? Anyone?
No, and my sister isn't dead. She's in torpor.
I'm gonna walk up to the chest and just knock on the side. Hello.
Wait, the chest that we're carrying.
Yes, the chest you're carrying. My sister
Your
Irina is
sister's
inside
not
the
very
chest.
heavy.
That's thanks to the magic.
I see. So the visions.
Visions didn't come from me.
Did they
Maybe
come
something
from
else
her?
here. Quite possible. Irina was stronger. I'll start from the beginning.
That would be
We've been-
excellent.
We've been under the, I guess you want to call the tyranny of the devil. Why am I saying that? Of Strahd.
Strahd.
Yes. Strahd van Zorvich.
A round of light bulbs over heads.
Yeah, right.
Definitely. It's just ding, 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 ding.
I'm pretty sure Vesuvius knew that, but I'll hold off on it for now. So I'll let
You've
everyone
been walking the view through Barovia for a while, so I would assume that you did know it.
Which is why I was so confused when Benedict didn't. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
So lost for words.
Right, got your tongue.
Sorry, I want to. I want to make sure I've got the information right in my head before I talk. The murder house, the family released Strahd, right?
They thought they released Strahd.
But they didn't.
No.
He was already.
Strahd has been ruling these. Hold on. The murder house. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but either way, Strahd has been ruling these lands for centuries, even since before then.
Then what was the family doing? Trying to summon him.
We're trying to harness his power to resurrect their son, I suppose.
Perhaps. I don't think they were trying to summon him. You can't summon which is already here. Strahd is more powerful than whoever house you were in could have ever done. It's okay. I understand.
So, Strahd
But-
has been ruling these lands for many centuries.
Yeah.
Please
And
proceed.
you okay? I didn't get your name, son. What's your name? Yeah, you pink hair.
My name's Literal, brother.
Oh, okay.
Why is sister in the chest?
Well, Strahd have been ruling these lands since I can remember. And if you haven't met Strahd, you will soon enough. He's a terrible, terrible being. Immortal, filled with anger and malice. He just likes to fuck with people. He likes death and destruction. But he also liked one other thing. He liked my sister. Apparently the whatever it is, the rumors are, is that Strahd had a wife at one point. Or someone apple of his eye. She spurned him. And, well, Strahd didn't take too much liking to that.
Wait, she what?
Spurned him, pretty much turned him down, rejected him.
Oh, right, okay.
Anyway,
But you just said it was his wife. Wait, no.
he said wife or love interest, something like that. He doesn't fully know exactly.
Right.
And so yeah. I don't know exactly how she died, but she died. And this Strahd is taking a liking to my sister. He would visit her. He would stalk her. He's even caught my sister unawares and drunk from her. Well, it was after a while we all got sick of this.
Your sister, she became undead?
Not yet. Not after the first 2 drinks. You see, it seems like he was toying with her. Wanted to show that he had this power over her, that she couldn't go anywhere.
It is a choice, if we breed or not.
Perhaps. Yeah, I guess. But so we ended up actually convincing, along with the help of my father and some other people, convincing some of the Vistani to rebel. We were going to try and do away with Strahd. And my sister was the spearhead of that. She's a fierce woman. I wish you could have met her.
But sorry, brother, I don't mean to interrupt, but how do you kill something that's immortal?
He's immortal, but
We're immortal,
He's still-
not invincible.
what he
I
said.
am more concerned. You said your sister is still alive, but there's no chance of us meeting her. You're not excited to see her again.
Well, the reason why she's in the chest, during the last battle of us, Strahd was on the battlefield. He came out. He caught her in the midst of the battlefield and was forcing the transformation. And then there was this flash of light. Some gentleman, I'm not sure who he was, human. He had some sort of device with him. It's like looked like it was made of mirrors and knobs, and not sure. He didn't belong there. He looked like some. What's wrong?
Did he look? This. Well, did he bear any resemblance to myself, perhaps, but with, older, obviously?
He looks at you and he picks up the candlestick and brings it close to your face. Yeah, he did.
This
did look like
is my father. I must find him. What happened to him?
Well, after the light, it gave us enough time to grab my sister. Afterwards, I saw him change the knobs, and then he hit a button and disappeared again. I'm sorry, honey. I'm not sure exactly where he went to after that. He just disappeared another flash of light.
Oh, this is, well, supposing the situation was so dangerous, I guess that is good, but I must find him. Can you show me the place where this happened?
Yeah, sure. But we won't be traveling any more than that. Strahd is most powerful at night.
Okay.
Yeah, just hang on.
So, what happened to your sister?
Well, after we got her, she was in the midst of transformation. So we took her to some of the Vistana mystics. They were able to put her in a state of suspended animation to stop the transformation. But she had to be inside this chest.
Transformation into what?
She was becoming a vampire.
My eyes are gonna dart towards me.
It's not so bad if you contracted it before the time of Strahd. Since Strahd, vampirism is not the same. They are loyal to their maker.
So, how long does she need to be in the chest before?
Well, when I sent her with Brandon and another colleague of ours, he was supposed to take her to the Temple of Morning Lord and hopefully get her purified. I see she never made it, and now she's back here.
Well, that's where we were headed. I know the way.
Well, as long as she stays in the chest, she's fine. But I'm sorry, you have to find the Vistani to get you out. Once you're in the lands of Barovia, you can't leave. The mist stops you.
I will take out my metal shard.
Mhm.
I have this that clears the mist.
He looks at it and picks it up. Yeah. He hands it over to you. That won't get you out. That's just to help the mist from taking you over. This will help guide your way. You see, there are multiple talismans. That is called a mist talisman. There are multiple. They lead to different sections of the Dark Lords. Currently, this one allows you to maneuver within Barovia. But there are others. Some that can take you to Lamortia. There's more.
Okay, sorry. So, geography. So, we're in the lands of Barovia, and we're in the town of Barovia.
You can't do geography for
Where's-
Barovia.
Is the monastery not in the land of Barovia?
Nope.
No, okay. And, I mean, assumably, we need to leave the town of Barovia as soon as if Strahd's been around here before.
Unfortunately, since Strahd is around, he's pretty much there's no room for religion in Barovia anymore. So
Now, I had deduced part of what we just figured out there, that the place where you were trying to get your sister was not within the mists, but the place we were when we acquired the chest with Brandon was itself not within the mists at the time. And then the mists came to that town. So is it not possible that, in fact, the mists have also expanded to where the temple is?
it's quite possible. Strahd has done the unthinkable. Originally, it was just him in control of Barovia. And now he's decided to maneuver and expand his territory. He has all the Dark Lords underneath him now. And he's just going to expand outwards.
Who are the Dark Lords?
Well, you met one, Ballista. Strahd himself is a Dark Lord, but I guess you can call him a Dark Emperor now. And then there's one other you know of, Victor Mordenheim. The others, I don't know the name.
You mentioned the Vistani, is that correct?
Yes,
You mentioned they know a way out of the mists.
they're the only ones that are able to come and go.
Where would one locate one of these Vistani?
More like they locate you.
So we just hang about.
Well, you mentioned visions. What did you see?
Chest.
Just a chest?
Fortune
Nothing
teller.
else.
We,
Fo-
we
fortune
saw someone being chased. Oh wait, or was that just the opening scene?
Without being seen. You said a fortune teller. What was the
Yes.
name?
I don't think she ever gave us her name, but she specifically used cards. I do remember that.
We saw shadowed faces, a red velvet table, a woman with cards. They said all of you. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, she never
My
gave a
vision
name.
was not the same.
What was your vision of?
So at first, I saw people fleeing. And I saw a chest that called to me.
No, James, that was the opening.
No. It
No.
was not.
Not for Vesuvius.
Okay.
The chest had called to me like it wasn't in the right place. That is all. I knew I had to come. I've walked the mist for centuries.
I see.
I've never encountered these Vistani. I didn't know there was a way back.
There is. They're able to come and go as they please for what they did for Strahd centuries ago. But some of them are tired of this. That's who we were working with. But you mentioned fortune teller, and I believe I know who you're talking of. I only met her one time. Her name is Madame Ava. That could be who you speak of.
Would you know where to find her?
Fortunately, I do not. She's very elusive. And as he says that, you begin to hear a chorus of howls. And then you hear the glass in the front of the house shatter. You watch as he looks up. They're back.
I can't get a decent night's sleep in this place. Very good.
And that is where we'll end.
I told you guys we should have taken a fucking long rest. I've got like 2 spell slots, no bardic inspiration die.
Sure, we can take a long rest before we do anything next time.
Oh, the town's being attacked by werewolves. We
Yes,
can't
this
just
is
like BRB.
This has happened to us before. We know we don't get a long rest at this point.
Not
I
to
don't
tap
know.
on
Yeah,
that.
I'm hoping
house.
we'll never get any.
God, I wish I was a warlock. Oh, wait.
Join the enemy. But he's also
I
sorcerer's
one up
Rock.
you with that one. I wish I was a barbarian. Oh, I don't need spells to beat the shit out of things.
Yeah, you say that till you run out of rage slots. Then we'll see who wants a long rest.
Guys, I need to sleep before I get mad again.
Actually, is it long or short rest?
It's
It is
long
long,
rest.
right? Yeah, okay. I
Long
thought
rest,
so.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, getting angry takes a lot out of you.
Thank you, Kira, for another wonderful session.
No problem.
Amazing.
We'll come to Joe Jellyfish first.
Okay. My MVPs are going to go to, first of all, literal opening apparently a funeral service, a very successful one.
Praise be the morning lord.
Please be. Praise
Second to Vesuvius. This episode, really pushing Benedict. Even if he didn't fully realize that, although I'm pretty sure that James realized that.
The player took a great pleasure in it. The character had a reason, which he no longer has.
Listen. I loved it. I loved it. Benedict is still like very eager to slap Vesuvius across the face.
Oh, that's okay, because Vesuvius is no longer eager to piss off Benedict, so we should be alright. We're all on the same page, finally.
I don't think you realize how much Vesuvius exists. It's probably gonna come up at some point. And lastly,
That's alright, I'll pray loudly to Tyr. Carry on as you were.
You can't see it when I have my middle finger up. And lastly, I would like to thank my cold sores for not allowing me to appear on camera today. Fuck you, Josh, too. And yeah, those are my MVPs for this session.
We wish you a speedy recovery.
Thank you.
Jack.
Number one, definitely the realization that we've all had the same dream, and no one actually questioning that Ack might have had the same fucking dream. Everyone just accepting that I'm part of it. And the other one was just I didn't want to interrupt you, Ack. No, Ack's just saying Ack.
I love that everyone really respects the character. I like it. Jodai, Mier.
I gotta go with already. We'll see how much more of him we see. I gotta go with Cowboy Ismark. Just so I've listened through the High Rollers playing Curse of Strahd. It's pretty different, so I'm not expecting to know too much ahead of time. But Ismark became kind of a sort of a mascot for them. Like they desperately wanted to keep Ismark alive, and he's like, if they fall in love with him. So like I already like Ismark, and then to have him go like not some sort of like standard, whatever type of accent and stuff, but to go cowboy version of Ismark, I'm thrilled.
Nice. Josh, Zilla.
I mean, finally getting out of Murder House. Oh my goodness. Because yeah, that felt like we were going to be there forever. I think just overall the campaign. I mean, this may be a controversial statement, but I think this is my favorite campaign. Like,
Oh shit!
I just enjoy it so much.
Con nas.
Yeah, I just enjoy it so much.
Nice.
Yeah. And although I do have a question, when I used the book to help Ack, what was you asking me to roll for?
I can't tell you that right now. Let's roll.
Oh,
I knew that was coming.
fine.
I've known that was coming since about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I guess that's probably. Although I do need to get better at not bleeding through with Lithril. I need to find a way to talk as him, but not so softly, because I like when I'm then trying to like argue my point, Lithril goes out of the window. So I need to like work out a way of doing that. But yeah, just the campaign.
Nice. Okay. And lastly, James.
A minor shout out to Moon's TV responding to Lithril saying, I'm going to check the book
that's
on the
pretty
table,
good.
and his TV going, that's a bad idea! Which just cracked me up completely. And to the attempting to mime Lithril reading the book and having to stand up in my seat and completely disrupting the roleplay, that was terrible. But my actual MVP is simply Lithril. Today... it was so many different small touches. It was the way you held the book. It was the laying to rest of the signet ring. It was the prayer for the dying as we left the house. Every step of the way today, Lithril was just a masterpiece of character play. I think you were phenomenal today, and I loved being a spectator as much as I did playing.
Well, thank you. Although I do need to realize that I'm a bard, not a priest.
I think this bard is the best fucking cleric I've ever had. So keep it, please. It's the connection's beautiful, and it's so fragile in such a dark world that it's gonna create something wonderful. Also, I've been waiting to unveil the Vesuvius dream. And thanks, Benedict, for giving me that opportunity to say, hey, you know what, actually, I've had a vision. What the fuck are you guys doing with this chest? Because we hadn't discussed it at all.
Yep.
So that was, that I've been waiting for that moment. That was really interesting.
Nice.
And to our great DM.
Oh.
I
Let's
got
see.
one more.
You got one more? Go ahead, Ack.
My party not using fucking light cantrip in the middle of combat to fuck me over.
Isn't it sunlight?
Yeah,
It's
but
yeah.
it's Kira we're talking about.
True, but he's normally quite. He sticks to the mechanics.
Well, for the record, when I go in starry form, I do have like 10 feet of it, but I was away from X, so I didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
That's moonlight anyway. But yeah, Kira, your MVPs.
Well, it's just bright light from the stars. It's not the moon.
I have like 6 trillion different ways to give myself advantage, so barbarian stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, everyone's roleplay is really good. Jodai's face when he realized it was his dad. His dad is the
That was
reason.
a moment.
Yeah, Jesus. I was like,
I'm so sad.
now I gotta go back and watch and make sure to see what I wasn't paying attention to.
Yeah, muted when right before we were leaving the house because I wanted to poke the animated golem. I just wanted to sit there and poke the body, and then I was like, "Oh my god, I'm still muted because of the stupid TV." Damn it.
Yeah. Everyone's roleplay. Jodai's face. I hadn't seen that. Litho's face about the flesh golem. Which I can't wait till you guys make it to Lemornia. Benedict and Vesuvius about to have WrestleMania. I was down for that.
I was sitting there going, well, I have the short rest and you don't have any spell slots, so I wish you all the fucking luck in the world, mate. Yeah, that's fine.
Everyone's getting along in the world, and I really do like it, and I do like that it does seem to be like pretty different now to high. You say you're watching High Rollers, right? I wanted to make it different.
Yeah.
To the normal Curse of Strahd. I really wanted to make it completely like its own entity, so no one knows the fuck is
theirs
really
is really different, and yours is really different. So I'm not too worried about like knowing things or overlap.
Yeah,
and stuff,
that's the more thing. So the fact that he could also confirm that for me, I was like, okay, great. I really want it to be different, so that
High Roller Strahd is also very, very twisted from the original. So
great.
It's a long way off.
But yeah, those are my MVPs, and I can't wait for you guys to explore more of Ravenloft with me and get to see all the Dark Lords and all the different areas.
Yeah, it's so sorry, Gorman.
Just want so badly for him to speak any of the languages I speak that isn't common. Just want it so badly.
That'll happen one day.
Did we?
I have so many languages that
Did you level up?
I'm never gonna use.
No.
Last session.
Aww.
What do you think this is? Fucking gift giving day.
This isn't James's fucking campaign.
You never level up 2 seconds in a row in my campaigns, let alone in fucking Kira's. But anyway, yeah, we're going to end there. Thank you so much to Kira for running this session, and thank you so much to the players for making it so enjoyable.
My apologies for being late. I did the math wrong
That's
today.
all right. Tonight there will be no Struggle in Hosh. The session is on hiatus for a few weeks as one of our players is doing something with a band and the other one is just settling into college. Actually, our DM is just settling into college, so we're going to take a few weeks out. But it will resume shortly. You may see a one-shot at some point in the future, either on Saturday evening or Sunday, as we're a couple of sessions down. So the next time you see us will be when Kira's DMing again, so we shall see you on Monday evening. I look forward to seeing you at Cassiopeia. If you guys would like to say goodbye.
Are we not playing Milton tomorrow?
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, fellas.
Sweet dreams.